And this is a sneak peek here of what you guys saw over on the EU side of our grand champion, King Rasta, stopping the 4-peat from Cax. He had won 3 tournaments in a row, but now it's the streak has been reset as King Rasta is our new finals champion over there on the EU side for the PlayStation Open Series.
Yes, indeed. It's your boy DC, joined by Bonic Play. Bonic, man, like I mentioned it to you earlier. I said, hey, if I won 3 tournaments in a row, I definitely wouldn't show up again. I take my W's and leave. That's personally me, man. I'm not trying to, the 4-peat. That's that's a little bit too much for me. I'll take my 3-peat and take my money and go. But Cax, he tried his hardest, and speaking of trying his hardest, even though he wasn't able to win and get the 4-peat, he was able to style just a little bit on stream. Bonic, tell us what's going on here.
So this is one of those situations where French Whispers was looking close to maybe even be able to take out Cax before he got to grand finals, right? And then it just went downhill from there. Like, he got the behind the back anti-air, but this is the real story. This hit on the laser cross-up, he kills from this. Like, check this combo though, for real. JC, hey.
That is unreal. I mean, you talk about disgusting, gross combos, and you're often exaggerating or being a little hyperbolic, but that was actually kind of gross. Like, my stomach churned a little bit when I saw those JCs. I got flashbacks of Persona Arena and getting hit by overheads and Megiddo over and over. But geez, what a combo! Like I said, even though he wasn't able to win and get the 4-peat, he definitely padded out his combo video, his reel a little bit to show off potential sponsors. So I think he went home a winner in spirit.
Yeah. He didn't win the tournament, but you know what he did win? He won the hearts and the souls of the crowd after that thing. I mean, he definitely won my heart, right? Like, I haven't seen that Igus combo yet, so yeah. I wasn't ready for it at all.
He definitely stole his opponent's soul as well. So hearts and souls is very accurate. And you guys, we're here for the North American September monthly final here at the PS4 Tournaments Open Series, and it's time. It's time once again. If you were here earlier with us this morning, you saw some crazy matches, and I think once again we're gonna see some more crazy matches with this bracket. Bonic, who we got?
At the very top, we have the person whom we didn't get to see much of previously. It's going to be Rhyolite versus Skull Ronin. Going down a little bit further, we're going to actually have a Heart Mirror, Master CJ versus Duckator. Oh, yeah. Then up after that, it's going to be Yui and Chop Suey. The names rhyme. I didn't plan that, I swear. And then we're continuing on with Calamity, Hero, and Razzo Sharp.
Yeah. Oh, wow. These gamer tags, brother. I love the PSN tags. Sometimes you get exposed a little bit, over on the bottom half, the top 16, we got Alex8721, the Kanji God from last month, and he's back again versus Bio Night Shadow. Wow, what an that's gotta be like a Carmine player or something, bro.
I hope so.
Very, very edgy. Oracle versus Eon over there in the second match, and Jan in H-Town. Boy, Jan versus Ultimate Lotad. Bro, I'm telling you, these PSN names are wild. And finally, we got Griever 012 versus Marvin Pie. Not quite Marlin Pie, but Marvin Pie as the last match, top 16. And yeah, dude, I think this is going to be some incredible. We have some incredible first round matches.
Yeah, this is actually some of NA's finest. If you guys watch any other sort of PB Tag online events recently, you definitely recognize some of these names. At the very least, Razzo Sharp and Marvin Pie for sure. You guys probably recognize from a previous online event that happened, maybe I think it was like last week or a little bit ago, but Razzo looking to be a bit on top in regards to that. But you guys can also, see if you can be on top by going to compete.playstation.com. You can join these qualifiers to be able to get ready for the monthly finals and things like that. This is the monthly finals right here for the Open Series, and it's for quite a bit more than just the qualifiers are, right?
Yeah, and Abonic, tell me, what are these guys playing for? They're not just playing for fun, man. I think they're playing for a little bit more than that.
Yeah, so first place is going to be walking home with a $400 check, $300 for second, third for $200, and fourth is 100. So I mean, anytime you get into the top four, after that it's all $100 money matches. Things are getting real serious, real heated, and you guys can do so from the comfort of your own home. Whatever you want to wear, whatever you want to eat, nobody's gonna tell you what to do, just so long as you show up to your match.
Yeah, that's a pretty important thing that you it sounds obvious, but let's be real, man. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we saw someone not show up to a match. But yeah, no, that's a lot of money that you can win from playing in the comfort of your own home, not wearing pants, wearing pajamas, wearing whatever you want, as long as you're playing well. You're not on a webcam, man. You're not like me. You don't have to dress up for this kind of stuff. It's nice, bro. These tournaments are pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, well, DC, we've seen the bracket. We've seen who's in these events so far. So I got to ask you, what do you think is going to happen today? Please give me
Ooh.
that info.
Oh, that's a tough question, but I think I got some ideas, man. Looking at the bracket, my boy Master CJ. I don't know if you guys here in the chat, watching at home, or was watching the monthly finals from August, but my boy Master CJ made a name for himself and also coined his own mix-up called the Master CJ. Of course, I mean, let's be real. You got to be on brand, and that's the best way to brand yourself. Master CJ. I'm thinking, looking at the bracket, my boy Master CJ is going to hit someone with the Master CJ again. It might be a given, but it's always a pleasure to see. He jumps over you, heart air dash backwards into a 50-50 mix up. And listen, unless you got the eyes of a god, you gotta guess sometimes. And that's just BB Tag in a nutshell, I feel like. But aside from that, again, looking at the bracket, last month's winner, Don Cisco, is not in top 16. I'm not sure if he entered the tournament, but he's not in top 16 now. And his opponent in grand finals of last month was actually Alex, the kanji player in the bottom half of top 16. So with Don Cisco not here, I think Alex has a pretty good chance of maybe taking this entire event. That's just me personally. What do you think about it?
I definitely think Alex has a incredibly strong chance to do so. They were one of the highest placing people at Super TSB, which is one of the harder American brackets to be able to move through. Before the pandemic, that was all offline and whatnot. But yeah, so I mean, I definitely like to see it. I definitely think it's possible, but I do also want to talk about some characters we might see here today. So first up is going to be Heart. We have a Heart mirror match in the second round. So I gotta be real with you. We gotta talk about her because she can quite literally fly thanks to homing dash. She is always up at the top of the screen. She is evading everything, and if she goes backwards with that homing dash, she actually has invincibility on that. So it's really hard to deal with. She has armor on a lot of her B normals, so if you're bursting at the wrong places, you just get blown up for free. And I've noticed there's something going on with her hair, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't really know. It looks like maybe is that like a 3? Nah,
might be a 3. Yeah,
it's gotta be a 3. Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What else do you think we're gonna see today?
So Marvin Pie is on the lower half of the bracket, and I got to talk about this person because they have been dominating in a lot of other situations. They have been on the come up for sure, and they've been playing 9 Hilda. This team has incredible full screen control thanks to not only the Hilda normals, but the 9 assists, and even the other way around, right? 9 quite literally has an unblockable setup, and Hilda basically puts you in an unseeable reset situation. She restands you in the middle of her combo, and she's either going to hit you high or low. And also, I mean, you definitely want to make sure you listen to their intro if you get the chance, because there's quite a little bit of a laugh going on there. If you're fighting this team, though, I do want to make mention that their defensive options do lack a little bit, so you might want to think about that when structuring your offense.
Yeah, dude. I mean, their defensive options are heavily lacking, but their offensive options are more than make up for that. So, if you do find yourself in an offensive situation, definitely take as much advantage of that as you can, because they're going to be few and far between. But yeah, I mean, I think that's those are, obviously we're going to see a lot of Heart today. We got the Heart mirror match, and we got Marvin Pie's team that we're going to see later on. And I think it's going to be a good day for NA, man. A good day. We had a good day for EU. Let's see if NA can keep up.
Yeah, I definitely think it's completely possible for NA to keep up. There's currently no 3 or 4 peats going on, right? But there has been a new champion for every monthly final so far. So today, I mean, we're gonna figure out who that might be. But our next match, because we got to start from the top, right?
Yep.
We're gonna be going to Rhyolite versus Skull Ronin 13
Skull
here today.
Ronin
So
13, bro.
we
I'm
we didn't
sorry.
get to see much
I
of
like.
Rhyolite last time.
Yeah. We didn't get to see much. I hyped him up. This was my boy, man. I had all the chips on the table for Rhyolite, and well, I think he was a little busy. I can't say for sure what happened here, but he I don't know. He wasn't there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate things happen, but gonna be going up against Skull Ronin. Unfortunately, I'm not terribly familiar with the player. I might be if I see them play or something like that. Watch, it's gonna be one of those situations. But depending on what happens, we all know Rhyolite is the Lord of net play, right? Always on at all times, pretty much always playing a fairly unique team that not a lot of us are accustomed to, is what I will say, but has gotten a lot of love throughout BB Tag's lifespan. It's going to be Weiss Yukiko, Fire and Ice.
Yeah, and just give me 1 second, guys. I'm the reason why this match is not yet started. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. You got me. Jeez.
I wasn't trying to put you on the spot.
And it's all good, bro. It's all good. Sometimes it's always that one spectator that doesn't pass his turn, but apologies for that, and we'll get that match started for you in just 1 second. Real Life versus Skull Ronin 13.
You're really loving these PSN names.
I'm gonna say it like that every single time. I'm sorry, bro.
It sounds a little like Susan O. You got that guttural like. Yo, speaking of.
Ooh, hey, but that is absolutely a Skull Ronin 13 team if I ever saw one, bro.
It's got the edge, right? I actually kind of like this team, to be honest with you, because normally Susanoo is a character who has, he's got great damage and whatnot, but he has trouble navigating the screen because he's so large and his run startup is so long, so it takes him a while to move. But with the Blake assist backing him, or even active switching from Blake to Susan, it makes it a lot easier for him to at least get where he needs to be to put on that pressure, because the second he gets that chance, it's well, yeah.
Yeah, and listen, man, sorry, who is this character on the right there that we saw? I feel like, is this a new character? Is this some kind of weird DLC that only Real Life has?
I'm sorry, man. It turns out, I'm getting word from the from PlayStation itself. These characters have been in since the beginning.
Wow.
And they're Weiss Yukiko. Oh, big counter hit already to start. That was on the reversal action too, so she can't actually get out of this.
Wow, full screen Weiss, and there's the Phoenix. I think, even though I make fun of Yukiko a lot, she's a questionable character. I feel like that's an incredible assist, and just really hard for a lot of characters to deal with, especially a huge character like Susanoo.
Yeah, this character's gotten better over the lifespan of BB Tag. Gotten a lot of buffs recently. Before she was like, I'm just gonna straight up say it, she was the worst character in the game. Now that is no longer the case, and I think it's pretty easy to tell. But unfortunately, when you get hit by Susan All, your life bar tends to drain a lot faster than you're expecting.
Listen, when you're getting hit by Susanoo, everybody's the worst character in the game. It doesn't matter how much HP you got, it just looks bad. And that's gonna be the end of Yukiko. Yep. And now we got just solo Weiss, I should say, and I don't know. With Resonance level 2, he popped it really early. He's not gonna get any red health back. DP, just kind of doing a DP out there. Things are not looking too good to Bonnet.
Yeah, that was a lot of DP. I wonder if maybe he was specifically trying to push block during that entire time. But whatever the case may be, that's gonna be the end of Weiss, and that's gonna be the first game for. How'd you do it? Let me try. Skull Ronin.
Listen, man, you gotta put some respect on my man's name, taking that first match over the netplay god Rhyolite. Very, very decisively, I should say, too. I was thinking maybe Susanoo would have a hard time dealing with some of Yukiko's zoning, but he looked pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I think the biggest part about being able to get away from the Yukiko zoning is probably the Blake, right? Because not only just the assist are really helpful, but Yukiko by herself when she's on point, which is the way he ran Blake there at that time, it was able to navigate what he needed to get around, right? There was no issues, basically. Anytime Rhyolite wanted to try and use the reversal action to either air unblockable or get out of pressure, I don't think he got hit by a single one, right? And then he immediately punished afterwards. And, well, you saw what happened to Weiss. So
yeah. Speaking of which, I feel like you saw a lot of kind of errant DPs coming out from Rhyolite. Again, like you mentioned, might be because of maybe an attempted push block, but Just yeah, he got punished a lot and very hard every single time. For so I don't want to. Obviously, not going to tell him how to play. This man's been doing it longer than I could even think about doing it. But I don't know. I think that might have been the key to why he might have lost the first match.
Yeah, I definitely think that was probably like I feel like if I were to put a percentage on it, I would say that was 70% of the damage that Rhyolite took was off of a missed DP, right?
Yep.
So that was really unfortunate. As long as they're able to clean up the timing on whatever push block or even the DPs themselves, they should probably do just fine. Because remember at the very beginning of the first game, Blake was bleeding light, right? Like Rhyolite kind of had him on the ropes. Gonna have a different start for Rhyolite. Gonna be starting Yukiko instead of Weiss. Probably just wants to be able to get her in, by doing this.
Ooh,
and I think that was a smart choice.
That was a pretty cool combo. That full screen Yukiko confirm. And there's another DP. If it's working, keep doing it. If it's not, that's when you need to adjust.
Well, worked that time, and oh my god, he has 7 Yukiko stocks already.
Yeah, what happened? I blinked, bro.
He used the EX move over and over again, right? Which is which gives her stocks every time you use it, but it takes a little bit of health. Fortunately for Rhyolite, he has it kind of set up that he can get that health back. It's not really a big issue, But 9 stocks, any move related to fire is gonna do so much chip. He got both.
He got both. Where was the cross combo?
Oh my goodness, the cross combo just never came, I guess. As Susanoo is running directly at Yukiko, this is the scariest moment. Fire comes out, trying to save him, but he jumps over it. This should be a 10 Yukiko.
All right, well, he still has Weiss in the back, sitting on Resonance level 3. Gotta pop it early again, has a little red health to give it to regain this time, though. That's good.
Oh, sort of got
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, a little bit too slow in the punish, but...
Yeah, he's just trying to look for that whip punish. I like the way Rhyolite's doing this, just kind of sitting back, right? Like, yeah, you're in the lead. You're the one in the driver's seat right now. You don't need to move forward. Skull Ronin is probably going to, want to be able to move forward because he's Susanoo. So that just kind of puts you in the advantageous position, no matter what's going on.
Yeah, also having Resonance Blaze already popped, every time, even if the hits are blocked, that's a ton of chip damage Susanoo's taken that he cannot recover. So, Rhyolite played that match very well. They ended that match really well. Yukiko, though, that's really unfortunate, when both characters getting caught by that super, which is surprising to me. I'm surprised he didn't cross combo, or maybe, I thought he had the meteor, but maybe I'm wrong.
He may have ran out like just as the super was going off, kind of deal. I mean, it could have been that low, but okay. So we're gonna be seeing a team switch here for Skull Ronin. It's gonna be Hazuma's
Ronin. That's even better Skull Ronin team, bro. This guy is fully in character. I love it. Hazama Susanoo. It doesn't get any better than that. Maybe
it's the 2 snakes. The 2 vessels for Terami. And the theme teams, sometimes give people power.
That's true. Yep. Breaking the canon, both the same person, playing with each other there, and I really like the color synergy coming out from Rhyolite. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, that's always good. That's always gonna be, I think, Rhyolite's colors. I think they've been playing this color set maybe since the beginning. I could be wrong, but. Yeah, so with Hazama being on the table, this is a bit different of a game, right? Because, obviously Blake has really strong movement, but Hazama has always been known to move around the screen pretty heavily. Oh no, big whiff on the DP there.
Yep, and Weiss is one of those man. I feel like the combos are so strange, and I feel like they're always just on the brink of dropping, but obviously Rhyolite's been doing this for so long. As a happy birthday. Good damage on both characters, 6k each.
Oh, and that's going to be the end of Hazama at the top of that. Yeah.
Yep. Rata, Yukiko, looking for that, looking to heal on the incoming. A little dangerous, but I respect that.
The DP actually has armor on it too. Oh my god, is it going to happen again? He didn't catch Yukiko, so that's really good for Rhyolite.
Yeah, he was able to DP right through it and get some health back. That's pretty cool. One of the few cool things that Yukiko has, I feel like. Oh
no, big whiff. That's going to be huge damage. Not the most damaging punish that Susanoo has available, but it's still going to be good.
I think he just wanted to make sure he gets his punish because he wasn't maybe not sure of the timing. Not many Yukiko players to practice against, I'll be honest with
you. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. But, for that, Weiss is down at this point. Gonna just air to air. Probably won't resonance for a little bit. It's not like she needs it, right? DP coming out. It's really hard to be able to open somebody up with Susanoo by himself. He doesn't really have like the mix-up tools, and yeah, there's the anti-air right there for Rhyolite, and that's gonna do it for that game as well.
Yep, Rhyolite looking like he made some great adjustments from game number 1. Looking a lot stronger here. This is the Rhyolite I know and love. This is the man who has a million matches on net play that I expected to see here in this this match number 1. So, what do you think, man? Where do you think the set is going?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Where do you think this set is going? You know, do you see Skull Ronin 13 making the adjustments, or do you see Rhyolite just cleaning this one up quickly?
To be honest with you, I don't really think that the Blake changing out of Blake was really required. I don't think Blake was a huge problem. You know, I think Blake was actually doing pretty well, especially in the first game. It's just Rhyolite has like kind of cleaned up those errant DPs that you were talking about from earlier, right? It's gotten a lot easier. And so that's probably the nice part for it. And okay, so he does end up going back to Blake, and that's just what's happening. But yeah, I really think that it was the fact that Rhyolite has cleaned it up more so than there has been mass adjustments, you'll say.
Yep. All right, well, let's see what happens. Potentially be the last game of this set here. Rhyolite looking very clean, and Skull Ronin needs to figure something out.
Ooh, nice reaction on the burst there.
That was really cool. Yeah. That's the same thing that the same problem that Yuzu does. Sometimes she'll bait a burst by accident, just doing her bread and butter. You know, her anti-air is part of her combo, so you gotta be careful when you burst against Rice.
Yeah, you just gotta know the combo straight. Exactly, right there. The same thing happened. Gonna be able to switch back into Yukiko. Yukiko got so much life back just from sitting back and healing.
Oh, bro, that was definitely some character knowledge that he didn't have. The getting hit after the Yukiko super, and man, that's a really unfortunate. Some damage he didn't have to take. There's a burst, and he.
I got hit by the rest of the 5BB. That's crazy. I've never seen that actually.
And things are looking very good for Rhyolite to take this first match. He just kind of dives himself into the fireball, into the Agi, and Rhyolite taking a 3-1 over Skull Ronin 13.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be the last time we're going to get to say that in that manner, as this is a single elimination bracket. So Skull Ronin is unfortunately going to have to turn off the PlayStation 4 and just kind of watch from spectator mode.
Oh my gosh.
Rhyolite moving on.
You're forced to turn off your PS4 after. You're not allowed to play for the rest of the day. That's it. Yeah, sometimes getting hit by that Yukiko super, that was when the snowball began, or gets continued.
Yeah, and then right here, Susanoo comes in, and then Rhyolite's, wait, I can just like kind of pressure you from full screen, so I'll do exactly that, and he just blew him up for it, quite literally, in fact.
Yeah, the struggle, bro. Oh, well. Yeah, man. There's Yukiko. If you didn't know what she looked like, because you probably haven't played against her, that's what Yukiko looks like. And there we go.
So this is going to be the rest of our bracket right now. You guys see Rhyolite moving on. We have Master CJ and Dark Gator, Yui and Chop Suey, and then Calamity, Hero, and Razzo Sharp for the top half of this.
Yep, and on the bottom half, of course, like we mentioned before, Alex versus Bio Knight Shadow, and Oracle versus Eon, Jan versus Ultimate Lotad, finally Griever 12 versus Marvin Pie.
That's right. So we got a lot of incredibly strong matches coming up for you guys. We're actually going to have our next match be Duckator versus Master CJ.
Hey, look at that. The Heart Mirror. Got to see two Heart players fight it out. Did they play last month? I feel like they did. I remember two Hearts. Maybe I listen. It was a month ago. I'm sorry. This whole year is a blur. So who am I to?
They were definitely in the bracket last month, and we watched them both on stream last month as well. I just don't remember if they. Okay, so they didn't go up against each other, but they were both on stream at some point or another, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna see the two Hearts finally face it off, and I feel like, I don't know, man. What do you think? I can't say. I don't think I'd say for sure whose Heart is looking more clean, but I know one of them has their own mix-up coined. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you have your own mix-up coin, it's pretty powerful, right? Nobody's ready for that. But one of the things that is really important in a mirror match during a team game is the assists, because that's the only thing that differentiates you from your opponent pretty much is the other character on your team, right? So Heart's probably going to be looking for that kind of assist where it will hit closer to the top of the skies, because you want to be able to stop her from homing dashing around. You don't want to deal with that, right? At least I don't.
Yeah,
it looks like he's playing a different team though.
Whoa, bro, this always happens. I play someone up so hard, so much, and they don't even play the character. They don't show up, or they don't play the character that I'm playing up. So I don't even know what to say anymore, man. Master CJ, come on, bro. Oh well.
So it looks like it's gonna be. I'm sorry, there's no the Master CJ today for you, my friend.
Not today. Maybe not this match. Maybe next set. I don't know. Who knows? It is indeed going to be Rachel and Hilda. Interesting.
Okay, so it's actually going to be hard Akatsuki on the side of Duckator as well. No Labras this time. Akatsuki, well, I mean, it's already worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the happy birthday here. Big damage.
I mean, that was quick. Jeez. 7.5 and 6.9 on both characters. We got Rachel stuck in the corner here. There's a homing dash, and he's back in there. Is this the end? Nope. Gets bursted. No, his assist was already out, so he couldn't bait the burst like that.
Oh, wow, what a confirm right there. Basically at the top of the screen, he's able to get the full damage on this one. Knockdown situation. Woo! Yeah, and you just don't know which way he's going. And then takes the burst using the armored normals. Oh, no.
I feel like you may have mentioned, Bonic. I feel like this is something you warned us about, and here it is.
I mean, I can warn you about it, but that doesn't mean you'll be ready when it happens because of how fast it is.
But speaking of which, where was Akatsuki in that match? I feel like it was all Heart. Maybe his cameo every once in a while, but Heart was really the MVP for sure in that game number 1.
Akatsuki was just providing assistance. You know, he was just trying to help out where he can. He's a nice guy. He volunteers at the soup kitchen every now and then. He doesn't take the credit. He just lets Heart do her thing, right?
Yeah, he's the guy who's streaming the event. You never know he's there, but he's there. You know, he streams it. Shouts to our producers. I got man. It's hard out there with back of house.
It is. It absolutely is.
Well, let's see if he has any more. I don't know if he shows up more. Does he need to though? That Heart was putting in work, bro.
Here we go.
He's gonna have to fight another Heart this time. This is the team we had been talking about already at this point. So we're finally running into it. This is the mirror that we had been asking for. But will he be able to get away from Duckator, or is he gonna start the offense of his own and do basically the same thing? And I mean, it starts the same. This is almost the exact same actually, but just on the side of Master CJ now.
After the combo. Big damage. Oh, okay. Duckator fights his way out of there. And the side
switch stylish. I don't know if I've seen that one, to be honest with you.
That was, I like that a lot. Oh, homing attack. Oh, it doesn't even get the hit, but gets the on the burst anyway.
Yo, he is hungry for bursts. I feel like he's a well-fed person right now. If bursts are his primary source of sustenance.
I feel like Heart players are wild, bro. This character, I didn't realize how much of a gorilla she is. She just goes in, bro.
Yeah, she might be the queen of gorillas. That's 2.0. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That is a resonance blaze. What's the mix-up? Oh, slow. Doesn't complete the combo though. Push block and boom. Master CJ has a lot of ground to cover here, but it's not completely out of the water just yet. Oh no.
Yeah, hitting him low after the reverse homing dash. He was trying to use that invincibility, ended up not needing it, but still ended up working out for that game. So already with a quick 2-0 for Duckator, and I mean, we're just now getting back into the Heart for Master CJ, but yeah, even with that happy birthday at run start, it didn't end up working out too well.
You gotta wonder, I wonder if he's like, damn, I really shouldn't have wasted that first game with Rachel. It seems like he's much more comfortable with Heart, but now he's potentially only has one more game to figure something out. So let's see. I'm not gonna count him out just yet. We've seen him do great things in the last event, but again, a huge mountain to climb here in order to take it over Duck 3 games in a row.
I mean, getting around that Akatsuki assist is probably the best way he's been doing it so far. Is getting around that Akatsuki assist has been pretty important. But when you still can't get around Heart, this is when it happens. This is when it goes down right here. Get the knockdown. Akatsuki comes out, and now you got to deal with the high-low. Okay, able to navigate it just well enough.
I'm still not sure Duckator has ever had Akatsuki in. I think he's always been the assist. Has he ever switched?
No, he has not switched, not once.
That is crazy.
Hey, when you don't need to, right? Like your heart's putting in enough work, and when you're getting, happy birthdays like that, it's I think it's probably fine, right?
Yeah, this looks like a different game, honestly. The way these guys are moving with this character. Oh,
no!
That should have worked, but the hitboxes and hurtboxes just didn't interact correctly.
Not in the way that they wanted. Oh, I think he tried the Master CJ there actually, and he ended up either messing it up or blocking it.
And again, we see Duck looking so solid on the heart. He has yet to switch characters, and he just doesn't need to.
Yeah, this heart is just running a train right now. I mean, Duckator was kind of one of the original hearts. Oh, wow, he tried to DP the super, but it had more invincibility.
Yep. And there, finally, Akatsuki coming in. He's going to take some hits for heart. Doesn't have the meter to finish this one off, though. But, man, it's so scary to be...
No.
What happened?
Destruction.
What happened? On my life. I looked away for a second, bro. I blinked, and all of a sudden, Duck has ran it back, taking it 3-0 over Master CJ, and I didn't even get to see the mix-up, man. No shirts sold.
He tried. He just couldn't be. It just didn't work out.
I'm so mind blown that honestly, most of that set was heart with like sort of supportive Akatsuki. Duck looking so solid. You can tell this man has hours upon hours of time with this character.
Yeah, this was easily one of the first heart players right here was Duckator. At least the first person to really flesh her out, right? Other people were playing her, but when the name Heart came up, Duckator was the one that a lot of people mentioned, if not everyone mentioning, right? It was pretty much always Duckator doing it. It was with, Heart Labrys. I haven't seen the Heart Akatsuki just yet, but hey, I mean, it's looking pretty solid.
I mean, does it really matter who's in the back if you're never going to switch them anyway? Just being honest, man. I'm sorry, but wow, what a great set from Duck. Really showing, hey, I mean, of the two Heart players, I'm moving on and you're not, Master CJ. So great play from both players, but Duck is the one to move on.
Yeah. So super good stuff by Duck. We still got a lot more matches, and I mean, if you're a Heart fan, we'll at least be seeing Duckator here pretty soon again, I'm sure.
Those are the first couple of matches from top 16. We got a lot more coming at you guys in just one sec. We'll take a look at the bracket. Or maybe we'll just take a look at the next match. Alex versus a Bio Knight. Shadow.
You gotta say it like that every time, right?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a huge Shadow Hedgehog fan, and just the word Shadow makes me hype. I'm sorry. So
I don't know why you're apologizing. We're all here. We're all the same. Shadow the Hedgehog for life, my friend.
Absolutely, yeah. And Alex, of course, tell us about Alex Ebonic. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, so Alex 8721. Gotta make sure I get these numbers right. Gotta put some respect on his name. Was one of the kanji players who showed up to last month and almost took the whole thing over Don Cisco. Everybody talks about kanji in particular as this man's just trying his best. He's just doing what he can. He's out here trying his best.
All I got is a chair, man. Like, give me a break, bro. I'm trying. Kanji, was this the team he played last time?
No, it was not. This is another one of his like random teams that he played. So basically, one of the things that he said in the previous tournament was, I've been messing with other teams for so long, people forgot my main team is Kanji Naoto.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, this is a first for me. Kanji Neo, never quite seen this one before.
Hey, look, I'm a big Neapolitan fan. I think anybody who has heard my commentary will ever know that I'm a gigantic fan of this character. She does no damage, like at all, but she is one of the funnest characters in the game to play, by far.
Well, you got a damage dealer in Kanji. The problem is he going to be able to get those hits?
I think getting hits is actually really not a problem for Neapolitan. I think she has, if you cannot push block her, she probably has like top 5 offense in the game. Her mix-up is wild. I don't even know if it belongs in this game.
Well, Kanji in now. Both these switches are looking really crispy for Alex. He knows he definitely the opposite of Duck, where he's using both characters very effectively.
Unfortunately, Rachel's gonna have to be forced to burst out. Weiss is gonna save her, but she actually has less health right now. Oh, the chair is gonna navigate it. He almost confirmed off that. I would have lost.
That was pretty cool, bro. I love seeing these new teams that I've never personally seen before. Do some crazy stuff like that. Got George with 13 desperately trying to put in some work there. It's been a long time, my friend, but it's not as good as it used to be.
Go, my child, and hold down the neutral. That's what it used to be. But, okay, nice block on the overhead right there. I feel like Alex's defense has been incredibly strong for this, and he's navigated the traps and the lightning bolts and all that stuff very, very well. But finally a hit here for Bio Night Shadow. Oh, arrow blockable!
Man, Weiss, I'm telling you, bro, looking at these Weiss combos, I'm always like, when is it gonna drop? It's coming.
Luckily, he hasn't dropped it just yet. You know, he's been doing a pretty good job of that. No full conversion off of the Neo assist, but he does get the anti-air. This should be a dead character, I do believe.
Here this gets his black magic circle on deck. No, it gets hit from the incoming. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think he actually missed the circle because normally she does like an invincible dash through.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
maybe
burst hit him, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the counter challenge. Great reaction right there from Alex, and that should do it. You got no chance.
Yeah, that's getting hit by that super suck. It's just so long, and every time you're like, am I gonna survive? Every time the hits are just so slow, and then Takemika Zuchi comes down, and it's just like, oh well, yeah, I guess not.
You know, you have to. It's like you have to lay in the bed you made. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta watch what happened to you.
All right.
The Neapolitan pick didn't end up being so bad. I mean, Night Shadow. I'm sorry, that's such a good name, Bio Night Shadow, dude.
Yeah,
that's so good. Bio Night Shadow was actually pretty even at the end there. You know, it didn't really feel like Alex had full control around the end of it. You know, maybe the beginning, but definitely not the end of it.
Yep. It could go either way, so let's see what happens in this next game here.
Okay, Sandwich already starting up right now. This is where it gets scary if he's not able to find his way out. Luckily he does though.
Yeah, Kanji giving him some help to get out of that sandwich situation. Now we got a Weiss stuck in the corner. I like the way he ends the combo too. Ooh. Cross combo to save Kanji. Oh gosh, the chair from across the screen.
Yeah, it's actually one of the better projectiles in the game, surprisingly. Not able to get any more than just the confirm that he got, but got back in there after the push block, negating it, and that's going to be good damage on Neapolitan. Oh, another one. Yeah, that was a great burst point.
I love that Weiss Destiny looking, kind of look like Mitsuru here, bro. Push block not even necessary.
They're both rich. They both use repairs. Like it's drawing parallels. They both have ice. Like something seems right here. Oh, great anti-air on that one. Yeah, I got flashbacks to old BlazBlue watching that.
Yep. Oh. Great block on that low air dash overhead. I mean, that's the Rachel classic, you know, you got to be able to block that if you're going to play against her.
Oh, okay, negates the push block using the EX, which when it's close to the corner, it actually wall sticks. So it makes it really easy to pick up off of. Nice block on the overhead, and yeah, that's punishable on block right there. That move is very punishable on block, actually.
Yeah. And again, Alex down with solo Kanji.
He did it last time. The only problem is it was 1v1 last time, right? Now it's 2v1, and I mean, the offensive pressure from Bio Night Shadow is looking incredibly strong.
Yeah, and you know, Alex no stranger to you know, zoning characters. I'm sure playing Kanji, you gotta be ready for that. You know, he doesn't seem very scared of this Rachel. Let's see, we're not gonna take it, but just gonna command grab right after.
Classic.
Too much respect from Bio Night Shadow.
Oh, another classic.
No, dude, I'm so sad. Oh.
Yeah, that's easily one of the most classic things that a Kanji player will do to you is he'll TP your incoming, and then you'll think, oh, I can totally stop him from doing anything here, right? And the answer is no.
The last 20 seconds of that match was a Kanji masterclass. Every trick from number 1 to number 40 in the Kanji manual was just done in a row. That was crazy. Incredible play from Alex.
It kind of makes me wonder, is Alex a teacher in real life? Is that his profession? You know, because he definitely just taught everybody in the stream how to play this character for sure. No fear is one of the first steps when you play kanji, is having zero fear, all manliness.
Wow, dude, watching this character in this game is so funny because he's just so slow. He's so different. Everybody's like zooming around the screen, and Kanji's like, "Yeah, guys, I'll be there in a sec." But I mean, Alex is making it work.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's funny too because they actually buffed his run startup in 2.0, but he's still really slow.
Oh my gosh. Well, Alex, one game away from moving on to top 8. See if we can do it.
We're gonna see a character switch from Bio Nightshade. Actually, it's gonna be the Hilda instead of the Rachel now. I mean, it's just another zoning character, right? So it's probably a pretty similar game plan, but this might cover the error where Neapolitan likes to jump a little bit better thanks to the Hilda assists.
Oh, Kanji assist gonna catch no follow up with the combo. And there you said, like you mentioned, push block and Neo really. I mean, that's the answer, you know.
Okay, happy birthday with the Neo assist, but not going to be able to get anything thanks to Kanji being incredibly slow. And he ducks under the command grab too. Active switch, doesn't have to deal with it. Also gets Neo out of the skies. Yeah, I think the Hilda pick was specifically to stop Neo from being annoying.
Yeah, I mean, Hilda does great against both these characters, honestly. Neo really struggling to find a way in, but Kanji, even in the back of his chair, not being as useful as it was before.
Oh, got the overhead right there. The burst. Yeah, he was ready for the burst too. He was like, "You're probably gonna have to burst here, right?" Because Neo's about to die, and you just got your meter back. Active switch here, probably.
This Hilda is just threading the needle in between both characters. Really, Alex really struggling to find an answer against him.
Yeah, that's exactly the right assessment, as Alex's Kanji is already at the top of the screen, just taking a bunch of damage. And oh wow, a safe reversal action because of the orb. Got the low. This Hilda plays really good.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard for Neo to bring this back to no assist. Ooh, okay.
That's something she can only do in Resonance. So normally you would punish that overhead right there, but because of the fact that she's in Resonance, she can special cancel it, or I mean super cancel it, excuse me. So when you try to go for the punish, she commands grabs you, which is invincible.
Good reaction on that DP for the full screen run, but I don't know. Yeah, as expected. I mean, it's just, yeah, the Neo is really strong, but it's just too much ground to cover without an assist in the back. And we see Bio Knight Shadow put himself on the board.
Yeah, especially with that low damage output from Neapolitan, she's gonna have to get like 6 different resets just to be able to make it happen, even with the extra resonance damage from the supers being stronger and things like that. Yeah. It's mad unfortunate, but you know, life be like that.
Neo plays, but you gotta really love the character. That's character love you gotta have to play like that. But yeah, I mean, Alex still one match away from moving on, and he's not even playing his real team, like his actual main team. So,
well, no. He's still not playing his real main team
what
right
a
now.
Man. I love this
switches
guy,
in the Akatsuki. He likes to brawl. I think that's Alex's thing. He likes to brawl. He wants to box with you, right?
All right, well, let's see. He's definitely still having fun out there. I can tell, man. This is a man that's having fun with his characters. He loves Kanji.
Hey, yeah, this is the character that's always constant, right? It's gonna be Kanji. You know, I feel like if you could play 2 of the same characters in this game, it might be double Kanji, right?
Bro, I missed that, man. Was it Marvel 2 that you could pick the same character 3 times?
Oh yeah, that was great.
those were the days, man.
I could finally pick all 3 Dooms. Oh, gets the throw right here. Yeah, Weiss is unfortunately just gonna have to burst out. He tried to bait the burst, but hey, I mean, this is all burst safe as well.
Wow, rest in peace, Weiss. Solo Hilda, Resonance level 1 against Akatsuki and Kanji. It's gonna be pretty difficult, but of all the characters in the game you want to be against Kanji with, I guess Hilda's a good choice.
Yeah, it's still going to be a little bit hard. Oh, goes to the chair loop. That's the, the sweep loop. He just got those in 2.0. He's out. Still going to deal with 2 basically full health characters, and oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to anymore.
Is this game? I think this is over, right?
It should definitely be over.
Yeah. I love Oski. What a man, bro. I love how you ran to the side there. He had time to make a sandwich, come back, and super, bro. What an incredible match from Alex. He took off his weighted clothing, got the Oxkey in there, and it was just over in the blink of an eye. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's still not the main team for Alex, but looking pretty good, right? Like I think that was a phenomenal level of play. The Hilda was starting to give him a bit of trouble, but the second he made it so that Weiss couldn't burst out or get away, that was the big deal, right?
Oh yeah, and that's it, the missed DP, and it was all over from there. You know, after you miss that DP, you might as well just unplay your controller. I mean, there's nothing you can do at that point. You know these two characters are gonna take you for a ride.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's exactly what he did, and Alex is going to be moving on throughout this bracket. I mean, I think a lot of us here expected that. We weren't terribly surprised, but I got to give it up to Bio Nightshade that the games that he was playing were actually fairly impressive against someone of that caliber, right? It wasn't exactly expected for someone to do so well so quickly.
Yep, and then we see Alex, of course, taking over by Night Shadow. Eon taking a 3-1 over Oracle. In our final two matches, Jan and Ultimate Low Tag Reaver and Marvin Pie still waiting to be played.
We got our top half. Yep. We have actually finished some things off already, and we're getting into the nitty gritty of it, getting into the top 8 side. Rhyolite versus Duckator and Yui versus Razzo Sharp.
Yeah, it's going to be some incredible top 8 matches. I'm not going to lie, I'm really looking forward to see more Yukiko. Just a character you don't see very often. I want to see more. I want to see more of her. So.
I mean, it's we had a poll a little while ago. We're being told. I believe it's related to kanji. Am I correct? Is Alex 8271 the best kanji in North America? The answers are yes or nah. He's the best in the world.
Shout out to those 7 people who voted yes. Like, it was a hard poll, a very hard decision. So I understand, man. Just trying to be partial. I respect that.
Hey, I feel like the people who voted the second option, that he's the best in the world, is probably pretty correct, to be quite honest with you. I don't know anybody with kanji at that level right now. Yep. I mean, one of my training partners has a kanji. I just don't know if it's this strong. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard too, because not only is he the best, you can't even get practice against those kind of play, like that kind of level of kanji. So you're always kind of coming in cold against a player like that. It sucks.
Yeah, well, we got even more matches coming at you guys. We got to finish rounding out that top 8. You saw the bracket just a minute ago. We haven't figured out who all is going to be there just yet, but we can do so because we're going to watch Jan in H-Town. We just call him Jan usually, versus Ultimate Lotad, a player I'm unfamiliar with, to be quite honest with you.
I like the name, though. He's the Ultimate Lotad, so I expect great things from him. Of course, let's see what happens. Jan in H-Town. Remind me, Abonik, who is this man?
Yeah, Jan, easily one of the best Texas players in BB Tag right now, especially right now. He got a lot of his claim to fame through Tager Waldstein, but also has a history in many other games throughout the FGC. He's been playing many Arxis games, right? It's been years and years and years since Jan has been a name to worry about. He's been grappling people since before I was born, kind of deal. You know the deal.
Well, if I remember correctly, he was in last month's finals also. Do you remember what place he got?
I think he did really well. Exact placing, but I think he actually lost in, what was it, semis? Could be quarter.
Yeah. In any case, the fact that he made it this far, I mean, obviously people are it's still a name to be respected, So you definitely can't sleep on him.
Yeah, and I mean we're getting ready to find out here what Ultimate Lotad is all about versus this Team 40K, as we so like to put it, so lovingly like to talk about. And I mean this has kind of been the team for Jan for a long time now, right? Like he was not the first person to play this, but he is definitely the person who stuck with it no matter what, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. And if I see correctly, I'm looking at Ultimate Lotad's characters. He's playing 2 characters that on paper do okay against Team Grapples, Team 40K. They both have long sword normals. I'm not going to spoil it. Wait till this match shows up for you guys. But I don't know, man. It's going to be, I still think Jan, with the amount of experience he has, is going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, he's gotten so many strong tournament placings and so many different things that it's always looking at him as if he's like one of the strongest people in the room, right? And it's usually not incorrect to say that. But with the characters that we're looking at up against Jan, with the Aurier and the Weiss, I feel like this could give a lot of trouble to this team, given the hitboxes on their jump A's and also their 5As, the standing normals, right? So
Yeah.
it could be wonky if he's not able to make something happen at round start. And yeah, that's why he blocked. He was like, I'm not messing with this character at round start. It's not happening.
Don't want to be another statistic, though. Anything could happen around start, so sometimes you gotta play it safe. Oh, okay, good. It's kind of a slow cross up, but it worked out in his favor. Dropping the combo, though.
Hey, sometimes the simple mix-up is the one that they can't block, right? You'll hit somebody with like this one frame timing, like overhead left, right, or something, and they'll block it, right? But then you do just run up, grab, and they're just like, oh, I can't touch that. Sorry.
Alright. Walled in the corner, gonna gonna make us wait. Man, Trigger gets hit in the back. I thought it was a happy birthday for a second, but not quite.
Yeah, that's the funny part about Team 40K is they're so big you can't tell what's going on sometimes. They're just covering the screen up, man. But the whip punishes from Jan have been working out very, very well so far. Yeah, he's been able to basically whip punish from any situation so far.
He's out, gets baited. Yeah. Oh man. Not gonna be huge damage come off from Weiss by herself, but any damage is good damage.
Okay, well comes out, but yeah, burst on block. That's kind of an underrated idea right there, is being able to burst on block. But yeah, that bubble is going to anti-air no problem, regardless of what Jan wants to do there. He's just got to deal with the full screen zoning. This is the hard part for this team, is if you're able to either meet them or zone them out. Oh, nobody goes in. Yeah, I guess, when you don't have a life lead, you got to go in, right?
Yeah, dude, this is so hard, We mentioned this last month, actually. It's just... but when you're playing against Team 40K, you gotta win neutral like 50 extra times, and rest in peace.
Yeah, I feel like they probably hit each other around the same number of times, and he just has the life lead still, regardless of that. So yeah, that's gonna be the first game for Jan, and yeah, I'm genuinely surprised at the level of patience, I want to say, from Jan. Normally, you see him going a little bit more offensive than some of the other wall takers, but DC, can you talk to me about these wall takers here?
What else is there to say? We saw it in that last match. The largest health pool in the game. Team 40K for a reason. We saw Walden Tager taking some combos straight to the face, but it didn't even matter. They got, obviously the throw mix-ups are insane. Look at their hands, man. Both of them ready to grab you in their character art. Wald is reaching through the screen, man. I'm scared. And obviously once you get grabbed, you're taking huge damage and all the way to the corner.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see how the small change-ups in the game plan for Weiss and Aurier is gonna help, because I don't think it was bad, right? Like, I don't think it was terrible or anything like that. I just felt like it was one of those situations where Jan kind of pressed buttons in the better spots, was able to put a little bit more offensive pressure on, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just a terrible match, because, I mean, he got him down to a third health, even with all the life regen that this team can do. So, just got to keep composed, really.
Yeah, I think it's hard, though. You got to keep composed the entire match. You cannot make any mistakes or you're gonna lose a character, or at least half your HP,
So Ultimate Lotad already attempting to run it. He's gonna air unblockable. Yeah, that's completely free. Okay, block on the crash. Nice. Okay, text the throw even.
And there it is, walled in there. Cross combo instantly. This is a cross combo bread and butter, bro. Oh, okay. Empty jump into a grab? That was kind of new.
Yeah, just going for a little bit different of a mix-up, right? But okay, blocking that DP right there, super smart from Ultimate Loto. This is probably a great chance to be able to get him out, actually. The Weiss, out. Oh, nice block on the Fuzzy. That was really... I didn't know he had knowledge of that being the mix-up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't see Weiss getting out like you said. She looks like she's still very much in, but... yeah, they getting in. Now he's probably regretting that.
Man, the defense right there from Jan was absurd. He blocked all the crazy stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess, when you play a grappler team in any fighting game or a grappler in any fighting game, right? Like, you have to have solid defense. You just don't have a choice, right?
Uh-oh. Cross combo to save walled? Could have been worse.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to have taken that damage on both characters at the same time right there. But Spark comes out.
What were you expecting, man? Tigers are always, once they got that meter, they're always waiting for it. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, Tigers like, I have 5 meters on deck. That's 5 Spark bolts. All they're thinking about right there. And, I mean, hey, got him the game. That's 2-0 right now for Jan. Looking, I mean, about as strong as a lot of us expected, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, bro, Team 40K, I don't know why more people, I think people just don't like grapplers, but it's such a strong team. You got the extra HP to, like, as a kind of safety net, if you could take a few combos to the face, but I don't know. I think Jan is rocking it very well, and I think he's gonna go very far, man. Grapplers on a plus net play equals love, bro.
I think the only time people usually drop Team 40K, or at least 2 grapplers, may not be Team 40K specifically, is after they fought a Mitsuru. That's usually when they're like, okay, never mind, I don't want to do this anymore.
Listen, as a Mitsuru player, I understand it. But still, what are the odds you play a Mitsuru play? Yeah, I guess it's pretty likely. But still.
It's pretty likely, actually. Yeah. Maybe not in 2.0, I guess. It's a little less likely in 2.0 because they nerfed some of her respective partner characters. But hey, I mean, Mitsuru's still mad strong, right?
Yeah. All right, let's see what happens in game number 3. I'm so sad, bro. I believe, but Ultimate Lota, you just have so much ground to cover, literally, man. Now that's 40k HP 3 times in a row here.
Oh, wow. Okay, immediately going for the mix-up off the cross combos, trying to set it right back up again. There's the switch, and great defense. I mean, he got hit, by the overhead, but, I mean, he didn't take a full combo, and he hasn't lost a lot of life. And this is a throw combo, so still not going to do a ton to him. Oh, to the window, to the wall.
Just coming down with that command grab super, and all of a sudden he's back in there. Pretty much the same HP, bro. Look at it.
Yeah, that's why I think the defense is incredibly important so far and has taken him just as far. It's that defense. Like, he can just survive pretty much everything. He's got to find a time to be able to get walled out, which, yeah.
It's gonna be
well, at least he saved him, right?
Yeah, well, I guess so. I mean, I feel like he could have raw tagged a little bit earlier, but it's fine. I haven't been seeing as many raw tags as I usually see in this game. In both EU and NA so far for the day.
Yeah, player preference, right? Some people just ain't gonna do it. Oh,
okay.
First action to be able to get out and just switches Weiss out. Oh yeah, he tried to get the confirm, but that's a bit hard. Nice. That was really smart from Jan right there specifically. And I mean, obviously he got the command grab super here, but when Poirier goes to that EX thrust, there's a bunch of hits afterwards. So during the armor, you have to continue all of the armor until it's over or you die.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be enough to take out wall. Yes, it is. We're using 4 bars though, so at the very least, Jan coming in with resonance level 1. Oh wow, that was resonance level 1. That's crazy.
Yeah, he did not get to play too often. I didn't get to mention it from Ultimate Lotan specifically, but when watching that match, one thing I noticed is he was pretty much always going for the hard combo and the harder setups and stuff like that from Weiss. The combo he's doing actually includes land canceling, which is not exactly easy. I mean, I could explain it to you, but it might take a little bit. So the execution was a bit high, and the second he was able to get the knockdown from said combo, Jan kind of didn't get to play. He didn't really get to get Waldstein out very safely, all that jazz, right?
Yeah. It's I mean, that is to be expected when you play characters that big. Sometimes it'd be like that. You know what? You got to trade off doing your big damage throw combos for sometimes just getting blasted, by the opponent. So let's see what happens here in this game number 4. I feel like maybe Lotat has found his footing, but it's still just a lot. 2 more matches in a row without making many mistakes. So let's see.
Yeah, I think approaching it to a similar manner that we saw just a moment ago is pretty important, and probably the way that they're going to want to play this as well. It's just a matter of, round start is so important versus this team, because if you can either get away at round start or beat them at round start, it's a lot better than any time you lose, because usually when you lose round start, it's over.
Yep. And I don't know. Are you saying it's over right now? Because
well, I meant for if 40k beats you at round start.
Yeah.
But when if you beat 40k at round start, it's not over for them. They just have too much health.
Corner combo. What is the mix up here? I love that. Wait. Oh, he waited for the counterattack with Sledge and beats the burst with another Sledge.
Yeah, Jan catching all the reads right now. Everything is just working this match.
This is what I said, man. You gotta not make any mistakes, or else you just lose characters like this.
Yeah, but it's easy. If it were me, I would simply just not make a single mistake.
Don't do anything wrong at all. Yeah,
right. Okay, blocking it. Oh my God, the wedge catapult.
Wedge catapult, and my dude Jan is pulling out all the stops here to take it 3-1 over Ultimate Lostad.
That was a 40k match. That was a 40k match. There's nothing else to say. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a couple of times. Jan has had a history legacy within the FGC for a long time. It's not like we're any stranger to his ability as a player, regardless of, whatever team he's playing or anything like that, whatever character he's playing. So it's not super unexpected, but I felt like Lotad was starting to put up that fight and then started to guess wrong in the final round, and it was... Well, I mean, that was it.
I mean, yeah, I'm not even starting, like, you guess wrong once, and all of a sudden you're in this crazy blender of, like, whoa. You blink and your character's gone, and it's hard, man. It's really hard.
Yeah, I tried to get that anti-air right there, but the rest of it didn't end up working out, and, the smart wedge catapult to be able to stop the possible mix-up from Aurier, and knew exactly how to kill directly off that. That was super good.
It was a fun set, exactly what I expected from Team 40k, and that's why we made a profile for them, man. You're gonna see it, and whether you like it or not, you're gonna love it, bro.
I don't know if that constitutes love, to be honest with you, but I feel what you're saying. I get it. But yeah, so Jan is gonna be moving down, and we only have one more match to figure out what our top 8 is going to be. It's gonna be Griever 012 versus Marvin Pie, battle of the underscores.
Mm-hmm. Who has the better one? I'm personally, I'm a fan of numbers after the underscore, but to each his own,
Yeah, I guess it's whatever your current preference is, right? But again, I haven't seen Griever. I don't believe. I could be wrong about that. I've watched a lot of BB tags, so I could have maybe seen this player at some point. But Marvin Pie we know of pretty well right now. They have been doing absolute work in so many different events online as of recent, especially once they stopped playing Neapolitan.
I mean, it sucks to say, but sometimes that's the only thing holding a player back is just a bad character choice, or maybe a bad character choice for them. Maybe the character's not bad, maybe it's just not their character. So, that's great. If you're doing bad, maybe that's the first thing you look at. Is this character for me? And I think Marvin Pie made me realize.
I gotta be real with you. I think Marvin's probably the best Neapolitan that we got in the States. To be honest with you, I just think that this team is much more suited to their skills. Probably, it's quite strong. I mean, we talked about it at the very beginning of the stream. It's all full screen control. The only real bad thing about this team that I can kind of pinpoint is maybe the damage output from Hilda specifically, and the fact that their defensive options are a tiny bit just not there.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's only relevant if you're put in a situation where you need to be defensive. So let's see if Marvin Pie even wants to lets himself be like that.
Yeah, this team is one of those teams where it's like you put everyone, you get 10 stats, right? And instead of putting your stats in well-rounded, you just put them all in the offensive stat, and you're just like, okay, all I got to do is not get hit.
Yeah. And starting off with the Hilda stuff, full screen combos, block shoes, I should say. Combos now, moving in there, and we got Hart going to be knocked down the corner. Trying to tech forward, I respect that, man.
Oh, was gonna be able to super out, but the active switch was nice and safe, not able to get away just yet. Despite the fact that you got away from Hilda, you still have to get away from 9, and that's the hard part, especially when you get Happy Birthday.
All right, dropping this combo, kind of weird situation with you. KO a character changes the timing a little bit, but doesn't matter here. I see Marvin picking
That
it
was
up again. And, yeah.
that was the unblockable we were talking about just a bit ago, right there. You may not have noticed it, but the plant that was on the ground hits low. But okay, happy birthday situation. Gonna get as much damage as possible. Pop that resonance for the health regen. Oh no.
No.
Mob Right Roar EX.
Yes, that's what you get for thinking you were safe against this team full screen away. You know, you should just be blocking
Yeah.
all the time. That's what I'm saying. Don't put yourself in a defensive situation, and you have no weakness.
Exactly. 10 points in the offensive stat. That's all you need. You don't need any defense. You don't need any speed. You don't need none of that. You just need to be able to hit hard and be able to hit them often.
So again, tell me about this team, Abonic. These are your girls, man.
Hey, I mean, I don't claim 9. Absolutely not. I'm so tired of fighting this character. But to be honest with you, no, for real. Like we've been talking about the unblockables, the full screen control that they exude due to the fact that their normals are gigantic, or because they have projectiles that they can toss out. There's just so many strong things about this team outside of the fact that they just don't have that defensive situation down to pat. But as you mentioned, and as we saw, just if you're not in that situation, what does any of that matter?
Yep. I believe we've seen it before. Every team, every person has a chink in their armor. Let's see if he can figure out, if Griever can figure out what Marvin's is.
Well, we're gonna be doing a switch to Ruby, I guess. I'm actually a big fan of this team in particular. I hate Ruby, but I think that the team synergy is strong, right?
Yeah.
It's really good for setting up Aegis in certain situations. Both characters have a lot of mobility, and then Aegis just does the damage that, I mean, Ruby has damage, but it's not nearly as much as Aegis gonna dish out.
Yep. And well, I don't think it really matters much. This Ruby is she's been taking a ride for a while,
That's exactly why he bursted on block, to be able to get out. Griever didn't want to have to deal with that. The DP comes out to save Hilda, and then Meteors as well.
Oh, just barely dropping it, but man, looking so good in this game number 2 here. No, I'm scared, bro. These are the kind of players I'm most scared of. When they're just feeling confident, they get better every single match you watch them play. And Griever's still trying to figure something out.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that in the EU, actually, so I feel like you're probably getting a little bit of flashbacks, and it's scaring you even more. Okay, there's that burst, and what a wonderful burst timing so far. I feel like Griever, at the very least, if Griever doesn't have the knowledge of how to move forward and how to stop his zoning, Griever definitely has the burst knowledge, right? It just knows exactly when to do it, when to get the character out safely. And I mean, still did it there. It was a jump cancelable normal, but Nine's jump is so floaty that she usually can't actually punish that sort of situation.
Doesn't even need to punish as he gets to KO on Aegis and Ruby not too long afterward. And Marvin Pie takes the game at number 2. Griever, I feel like I haven't seen much of him, man. He's got a couple of hits here and there, but for the most part, this is Marvin Pie's set.
Yeah, I feel like that's more a Marvin Pie thing than a Griever thing, right? Like, I feel like Marvin Pie is just showing that they're that strong, rather than Griever being, any sort of not good, right? I think Griever has shown a knowledge base. Like, I can see the inklings of what they do know. It's just that Marvin Pie has made it almost impossible for them to do anything else, it feels like.
It's I mean, that's the worst, because I'm sure he obviously is a great player to make it to the top 16 of the finals, but he hasn't really got to show off his stuff yet, man. I feel bad. He's on stream, ready to show off his friends, but this is the only match he might have to show to people. And people watching are like, "What? How did Grievous get here? Kind of getting moody blasted." In the first 2 matches here, but I believe the game 3 is when players really start to shine, and this is Griever's time. Griever's time. I keep wanting to say Grover.
That's a name I haven't heard in BB Tag in a long
Yeah,
time.
right.
But yeah, no, the third the third game, excuse me, is the weirdest time because this is your all or nothing, right? If you're down 2-0, but in the previous two games you're kind of getting mollywopped, so you're trying to think of what you can do. Because it's your third game, you're too afraid to try a new strategy, but you know that a new strategy is required. Yeah. So it's like, what do you do there?
And on top of that, you got the added pressure of it being single lane. Like, you don't have any other chances to figure things out, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, he tried to react to the projectile tossing right there, but no dice because Marvin Pie was looking for it. He was just straight up ready. It's the knockdown here. At least he got Igus out. She was bleeding life. He has another chance at it, especially with all that life that she can get back. But the mix-up from Marvin Pie is just looking strong right now.
Just cross combo, late cross combo, and Marvin Pie looks like he's really having fun out there too.
Okay, that's going to be a dead Ruby. There's a lot of meter for Marvin Pie. No resonance activation.
Wow. Yep. I talked about Nine's kind of floaty jump, and she also has that like step teleport in the air instead of an air dash, and it's just air Asriel, the worst bro.
Air Asriel with really long normals, right? Yeah. Like it's just so strong. And I mean, Marvin Pie showing that the strengths of both of the characters beautifully. Just I feel like I've said this before, but right now Marvin Pie feels to me as America's best Hilda. I don't want to say 9 just yet because we've got a lot of those. We have a lot less Hildas. I've seen more Hilda today, honestly, than I have seen in any other tournament.
Man, that's pretty crazy to think. I feel like online tournaments, I said it before, and you would see characters we never ever see, I wouldn't say like never ever, but just so, like much more rare than you would see in offline events.
Well, and so there it is right there that didn't even get a chance to resonance. It's always so disheartening when you die with your resource, right? Like you're always like, oh, I had like 5 bars and resonance. Maybe I could have made that comeback. I probably should have popped it. But it's a hard choice because if you pop resonance, you usually are susceptible to the opponent's picks up now.
Yep, and I think we got our top 8 filled out. Our first match, top 8, will be Real Light versus Duckator, and our second match will be Yui versus Razzo Sharp.
Okay. So we get to see some of that stuff that you watched, right? Or at least you wanted to watch. But
oh yeah.
I do believe we are going to go to a break here just before we get into the next match of Rhyolite versus Duckator. So I just want to, implore that you guys stick around because the action only gets better from here. And I want to thank you for watching. But yeah, just go ahead and grab some water. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Gets the overhead in the corner. This is big damage. That's gonna be my god, that's just big damage. Oh, the overhead, that should kill, maybe? The clash, come on.
PlayStation.
we are back here with the top 8. We have finally rounded out the bracket quite a bit here. We're getting to the cream of the crop, as it were. And this is the PS4 Tournaments Open Series for the NA side. You guys saw EU just a little bit earlier, but we have gone through these matches. DC, I hope you've been enjoying them.
I've been enjoying them quite a bit. You know, like I mentioned right before the break, characters we don't see very often in offline events. They're coming out in droves in these online events. So blessed for that. I'm excited for more matches, and I'm super excited for some of these top 8 matchups that we have coming up in just a second. I don't know. What are you most excited for, Bonnie? What do you think?
Well, this next match coming up is actually pretty good, I think. We're going to be having, at the very least, Rhyolite versus Duckator, which, I mean, we've always talked about how the characters have varied in this game and stuff like that, and how there's just so many different ones. Rhyolite's team in particular is very different than pretty much everybody else's. So I'm just always excited to see that sort of thing. But Heart is also a very not popular character, and Duckator is maybe the best of them.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we got probably one of the best, if not the best, Yukiko's versus one of the best, if not the best, Heart players. So a movable wall, unstoppable object. I don't know how it goes, bro, but something's gonna happen here in this match, that's for sure.
It's okay. I went to public school. I don't know what the saying is. Okay, so the Akatsuki's coming back. Duckator. It's still no Labras, which we, a lot of people normally know Duckator for, but Akatsuki Heart has been just doing work, so I don't see any reason to stop, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it definitely doesn't look broke right now.
Yeah, I can imagine how Yukiko may have a hard time dealing with a character like Heart, who's just always in there, always moving forward, and a gorilla, like we mentioned before, man. Especially the way that we see Duck play her, and kind of what we're watching here in this first match.
Right now, he's just going to cash out as much damage as possible, because Heart actually gets a mix-up off of this super, which most characters don't get. And I mean, hey, if you can kill the character off that, that's going to be great. The burst does come in, and it's just before Duckator was going to be able to defeat the burst with maybe a partner call.
Yep, and things are still... Ooh, okay, the crash. Gonna get him back in there, extra assault, using 1 bar meter, and then got the push to the corner. What did he hit there? Was it the Persona, maybe?
It was the Persona, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, where did the assist go? Jeez.
No, it looks like an assist. You think it's a 3v1 when you're fighting a Persona character, but it's not. Instead, you just catch Akatsuki's hands. My man's just swanging. Everybody's
getting hit by, like, the classic today. If you hit a DP on incoming, a counter DP, you can't really punish, man. It's safe.
Yeah, they're actually invincible until it ends. So you just kind of have to block. Either that, or you have to be just the lord of reads, right? On maybe like you do a DP or something like that.
That's what I would do. Always incoming and then DP right after. You never know, man. No one blocks after the incoming.
You're too
don't
scared.
Listen to me. Don't follow my advice. So that's why I'm commentating, not playing.
I mean, a lot of people are scared when they are incoming, right? Like, you're down to your last character, right?
Yeah.
It's you think, oh man, I have to make sure I pick the right option here so that I don't die, because this is my character's last chance or something like that. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna press buttons so I don't have to deal with some sort of mix-up, and it's just like, nah, dog, I'm just swinging on you.
Swinging, yep, indeed. All right, well, we'll see game number 2 here starting up. Don't skip the intros. This is why.
Yeah, it's so important not to skip intros. Like, picking a proper net play stage is very important too for this game. Abandoned Temple is pretty good, along with one of the Under Night stages, and then like the BlazBlue Mage School stage. I forget what they're all called. I'm sorry, I memorized the names.
Is that BlazBlue Snow stage in this game? I actually don't know.
It is, but I would not pick it on netplay.
I pick it every single time, baby. I'm sorry. Anyway, back to the match. Rhyolite stuck in the corner, gets hit by the assist. Again, gonna cash out for much. But this mix up, like you said.
Oh, got the overhead right there, and yeah, Rhyolite was definitely not ready. Immediately bursting out, so that was good. Able to save lights, right? And then, okay, strong reversal action as well.
Oh man, her movement is crazy.
That's her staple. That's what the game she comes from. Every character has movement like this in her game.
All right, we finally see Akatsuki in there, not just a cameo. He's really playing.
Are you sure it's not an assist? I'm so used to seeing an assist. I'm not sure what a point.
Yeah, maybe hard is back there just chilling. You know, this is actually assist fighting by itself. And then gets a catch on Weiss, and that's gonna be the end of her.
That was like a max range 2B. He hit him from the furthest possible range and still confirmed off it. Really good awareness right there from Duckator. It's definitely looking his favor at this point. He's gonna try and stop Yukiko from getting away. And he did exactly that. The DP is also gonna get defeated. Not looking good.
One thing I will say about Yukiko's DP is a lot of people don't realize after you hit her, she's in the air. So you can't just do a grounded combo, which is like what you're probably used to. But obviously the very high level players are well aware of that. Even though you don't see Yukiko very often, it's just a thing. You gotta know.
Yeah, you kind of have to practice in against every situation, right? It's pretty important to know what would happen if you punish this character's DP, right? Because if they're still in the air and you try to go for your weirdo like grounded punish that only works if the opponent is standing up or something like that, it's definitely not going to work on Yukiko, and you don't want her to be able to have the chance to come back. So it's really important to just hit training mode, just be like, okay, if I hit her right now, what happens? How do I adjust for that?
Yep. All right, well, we got our game number 3. Starting up now, Duck looking so strong in this set. Real Light still trying to find his footing, but it's not over yet. This man has 3 million games played on that play, so I believe.
3 million. I feel like that's probably not a far off number at this point. I wonder a little bit in my head what the actual number is, but at the same time, I feel like you're probably correct.
All right, let's see what he does here. Starting off early with a Weiss combo. I'm going to take him to the corner.
Okay, I'll just DP's it. That's super rare for somebody to be able to reversal action out of that Weiss mix-up, because she actually goes behind you, right? It's a cross-up. So normally your DP goes the wrong way, and it's sad times. But Heart's got him out. Unfortunately for Akatsuki, though, he is not out.
Oh my gosh. Tries to hit the DP in the back. DP recovers, and Akatsuki ready for a counterattack, and wow. He's so powerful. He's just stopping time with his mind. It's crazy.
Yeah, so Rhyolite was trying to heal up his partner character there with the Yukiko assist, which, you know, does work. Oh, he actually ended up catching Akatsuki. Heart's coming back in, though. Gonna get the kill on that character. Used the super because it thought it wasn't gonna be enough damage, but it ended up being it. The mix-up.
Yeah. So he wastes the meter. He also gets punished for, you know, when he gets hit by the incoming at least. So that's kind of the worst case scenario, but it could have been, I mean, at the very least, still alive.
Yukiko is able to catch him just jumping through the air. There's another mix-up possibility right here. He just tries to jump out. Oh, accidental DP. That's really unfortunate.
Oh, he's trying to push block. Yeah, that's
yeah, exactly.
Risky push block against Yukiko. I mean, full screen. Is it really necessary to push block her like that? But I don't know. I don't know what
he could have had a plan, right? Like there could have been something particular about a push block that he wanted to do there that I'm just not understanding. So I don't want to, you know,
push block super maybe. I don't know, man. Who knows? We'll never know. But Real Light on the boards now. Where he's in there. I told you. Never count out Real Light.
I was sorry. I know this is like a tangent, but I was just thinking about why he might have push blocked there. If Yukiko did air dash in to get offensive pressure up close, the push block would have negated that. So maybe he was thinking about that. That's the only thing I could think of that would probably be what Duckator was looking for there.
Yep.
So.
Of course, Yukiko she does not just the zoner, can also go in and have some big normals. In case you don't know, because I'm sure you've never played against a Yukiko player in BB Tag, at least, because they don't exist. But yeah, I'm glad though. We're gonna see game number 4 here, and see what else Real Light has learned from this set.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fighting Yukiko if you don't know everything about her can be a little annoying. I feel like.
All right. Well, game number 4 here. I mean, it's really hard to kind of try to analyze like Yukiko and Weiss, just characters I feel like I never see. So all I can really talk about is Duck and how his heart is looking so strong, and he's really even when he's losing, you know, in that last game it looked like he was very much in control.
He's got to keep in control right here if he wants to stop Rhyolite from being able to make any sort of comeback right here. It is 2-1, so I mean, all he does need is a single more game, right?
Yep.
Already got the sandwich started. This is when things get real dicey. Oh, no!
Yep. Oh, man. So, he's not going to be able to burst out of this combo because it's a DP punish, so he's going to do as much damage as possible. Good mix-up off of the super. Oh, he tried to call it the burst. It should have worked. That should have worked.
Yeah, it didn't hold the charge. Maybe expecting the burst a little bit earlier, possibly. Or even maybe not expecting the burst at all, and that's why Duckator didn't hold the button down. Next up, nice block so far. Able to get out. Hey, that's pretty good for Rhyolite.
It's pretty incredible, impressive defense coming out from Rhyolite. In the corner there, a lot of players would kind of get blown up in that situation.
Yeah, speaking of getting blown up right here, this is going to be some pretty good damage on this Akatsuki because he's not going to be able to burst until the very end, right?
Oh,
got the
good weight.
That's going to kill, I think.
Damage. Ooh, the fire and the ice at once, and that's a dead Akatsuki. Heart, solo heart. Just needs to take out this Rice. Yes, just keep pressing it, man. You got to make this a 1v1. I like that.
Yo, they were boxing, and Rhyolite didn't want to concede. Oh, nice anti-air. Yeah, that's going to be one of the nice parts about Yukiko versus Heart, is she's going to be able to anti-air. DP comes out, or excuse me, Super comes out.
Oh, no! He pressed it. He still had invincibility. He didn't realize it was coming from the back. Tried to press it again, but he was too late. And that is the end of Duckator in this game number 4. We're going to a game 5, man.
Yeah, so 2-2 right now. Pretty close. It's looking dicey. You know, those first 2 games look pretty good for Duckator. It was originally just like I was pretty sure that Duckator had it, and now it's getting dicey for sure.
Yeah, Rhyolite is making the comeback. He's figured something out. He's looking more comfortable, more confident in his element, I should say. But man, that really he did the Yukiko like reverse super, and
yeah.
It looked like Duck. He tried the punish, he hit the invincibility, and did not realize in time, like, wow, you're just standing here vulnerable in front of me. Tried to press the button and way too late, got hit by the super, and it's hard to watch, man. Well,
we're gonna see what adjustments are required at this point. Just take a moment maybe to think about it. I feel like Yukiko is probably a little difficult for Heart to maneuver against, simply due to the fact that, you know, obviously earlier you mentioned the Phoenix assist, right? It covers that wide area at the top of the screen where Heart's normally, well, infallible, right? Because nobody else can go up there normally. And so that's really annoying. And then she also has 2 fans that can be tossed at multiple angles when she's trying to anti-air. So it's got to make it uncomfortable for Duckator to be able to move around the screen for sure.
Yeah, we saw it a lot in the last match of Heart trying to homing attack in there, but the 2 fans are just kind of hard. The angles are so weird, it's really hard to weave through, and you're probably not going to do it. We saw him get counter hit a lot by those fans. Usually not a big combo off the fans, but at the end of the day, like, the fact that you're stopping Heart from doing the thing that she does most of the game is pretty big. It's huge, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I mean, definitely going to be something that Duckator has to navigate, right? It's not I mean, the easiest thing, especially if you don't know Yukiko super well, and you know, we mentioned time and time again that this character isn't exactly popular, so
yeah, so we're getting some stuff settled before game number 5 here. I love the Ebonic. I love BlazBlue cross tag battle, man. I miss playing that play. Just seeing the squares, I mean, it's really, really nostalgic to me. You know, seeing that.
Hey man, I wouldn't know about that because I'm a lowly yellow square, as you guys can see in the lobby right here. Y'all are pink squares. I'm the worst. You know.
No, the exposure, dude.
Okay, so looks like we got some word here. So we are basically trying to figure out what to do because the match is a little laggy.
A little latency going on.
There's definitely a lot. Hey, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
Guys, I gotta be 100 with you. Like, we're playing online events, you know, for a reason. We can't do offline. We're doing like these, you know, these webcam streams that you got. There's gonna be some things that happen. Nobody's perfect. I know firsthand, you know, Comcast is definitely My internet service provider sometimes they've dropped the ball on me while I'm streaming or things like that. So I just chalk it up to things happen. Things happen. You know.
It unfortunately does. That's just the nature of what we're doing right now. So I believe the ruling is that they're going to have to finish this final game at this point. So that's just what's going to end up being done. So this is game 5 here of Rhyolite versus Duckator at this point. 2-2. One person's life is on the line here.
Yep, Duck taking the first 2 matches. Rhyolite trying to get that 3-0 run back here. And like I said, he was looking much more comfortable in those last 2 matches.
Oh, got the cross up right there.
Ooh,
thanks to
that
the,
was dirty.
black mark. Yeah, that's just one of the nice parts about Weiss. Is a lot of people they don't know what that thing does. They don't know which way to block when it comes up.
Just super on wake up. Oh, DP's it nice.
I really love that choice. You know, it gets him out of dodge no matter what could happen, right? Like if Rhyolite wanted to DHC there, I believe that the counter probably would stop it from even happening.
I mean, it really looked like Rhyolite had control of this game, but looking at the health bars, what happened?
He got punched in the face, bro. Like
Yeah, he definitely got hit in the face.
All right, Resonance is now activated. He's finally got the meter stock for Super, so oh, what a reaction there. He knew exactly what he was going to do. Immediate call out on the Super, and Duckator, you can feel the rage in that Super.
There was definitely some animosity in that Super. I feel like, I can't personally imagine why, but I'm sure Duckator feeling very, very good he won that game number 5.
Yeah, no, I definitely would feel pretty good after winning that game number 5. Absolutely. Yep. So, Rhyolite's going to have to turn off the PS4 or whatever people do after they lose in these events, and Duckator is going to be moving on here. That was the first match top 8 actually. So I mean, made it pretty close. Unfortunately, not in the money though, as you got to make it to the top 4 to be able to do that.
Yes, indeed. And man, what a close set between amazing competitors. Duck able to take it using his full power. You know, the Axe key coming in there, and he was the one who ended up taking the set. I think he put a lot of work in game number 5, honestly.
Yeah, so I mean that's going to be moving our bracket along. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. So bracket for the top 8 is moving along nicely. Duckator is the first person to make it to the top 4. Up after that is Yui and Razzo Sharp, and then continuously moving down the bracket, we have Alex 8721 versus Eon Crescent. I really want to see that one. And then Jan and H-Town versus Marvin Pie, another incredibly strong match. I understand that the best players usually win in these brackets, but these brackets are getting a little too powerful as we move through.
Yes, indeed. I mean, every matchup we got left in the bracket, I think, is really, really good. I do want to see Yui versus Razzo Sharp. I feel like, obviously, we know we love Alex, so we know we love Jan and Marvin Pie. I'm not sure who I foresee taking this match, though, between Yui and Razzo. What about you?
I have a lot of faith in Razzo. I've been watching Razzo's growth as a player throughout, for just an incredibly long time, right? Probably since the game has started, and they have just been getting better and better and taking out bigger and bigger names. During one of the big offline tournaments, Otaku, during the team tournament, they actually took Razzo actually took out the favorite team to win, which was like the Tempest base NYC team with I can't remember their partner at the time, but yeah. So that everybody was like, oh yeah, this team's gonna win for free. There was a bunch of people on Twitter talking about it, and then Razzo took them down.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So let's see if Razzo can do the same here. He has a lot of good players left in this top 8, but any of them can win. We're talking about Marvin, we're talking about Alex, but I think it could still be someone we were kind of not expecting to take the entire thing. Let's see.
Yeah, it's still possible, given the fact that we have, I believe it's Yui that is up against Razzo, right, specifically, and because of that, that may be what we see is Yui could take down Razzo, and I could just be drawing a blank on who Yui is.
But, or it could be a secret gamer tag. Those are the best, bro. When you don't know who it is.
Hey, I can't imagine that people didn't try to switch up their gamer tag the second that PSN was able to, gave us the ability to switch gamer tags, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet. I'm a fool, but hey.
Leona Knight, is that you, or is
that's
that
pretty close? Yeah, that's pretty close to how you pronounce it. That's not bad.
Nice, yeah. A little bit different than Bionic Plague, but mine is of course DC Kohai. I keep it simple, man.
That's fair. That's fair.
I got both DC Senpai and DC Kohai just in case. You never know, man. You never know.
So today I'm feeling like a senpai. That sort of deal, right?
Yep. I believe we're waiting for both our players to enter the lobby, and they'll be here in just a sec, guys. But again, great matches so far here in BB Tag, and I think game number 1 is starting in just a few seconds.
Okay, yeah. So one thing I do want to talk about is Razo's team in particular. Carmine, Hakumen, this team, it's damage incarnate. You get hit, you die. Me get hit, me do big damage is what Razo is thinking at all times. It's just what goes on his brain.
In that blonde Carmine, I like that. Adachi Chie on the other side.
This is what I like to call the normal guy Carmine. If his arms weren't red and his eye sockets weren't as red as his arms, like he would look just normal, right?
Just
like,
the dude,
the normal dude. But I don't know if being a normal dude is gonna save you from the Shie damage and the Adachi laser beams, right?
Yeah, man. I feel like that's something you don't see very often in this game. Hakumen cutting projectiles, even though it's obviously still a thing. I feel like a lot more rare. There's just so much stuff happening on the screen, and he rarely gets a chance to do that.
Yeah, a lot of projectiles in this game are a bit faster than some of the ones in previous BlazBlue titles, so it can be really hard for him to press his slow sword normals, because something like this might happen, right? Like, now you got to deal with the setup, and no, he just counters his way out of it. That's another big strength for Hakumen. It's not only does he do a lot of damage, but his defensive options are pretty strong for this game.
I feel like I've seen him counter almost every single time Adachi went for Zio. That time it worked out really well, but there was a couple times where it looked like either he just missed or he got punished for it. So
right now he's gonna have to deal with this situation right now. The Zio dying, he activated Resonance. I have a lot of faith in Carmine's ability to make the comeback, but I love the team structure from Yui. Yui has probably, got far more control than maybe Carmine's gonna be able to handle.
This is, at the very least, at least he regained some health sometime. Oh, she DP trying its hardest out there.
Yeah, I do like the decision right there. He just kind of walked back and made sure that he had no chance of getting like DP'd or anything, right? He just wanted to make sure everything was nice and safe. Go to the top of the screen, shoot some meteors, but Razo somehow navigating all of that despite the fact.
Crossing this kind of. Is he dead? Is he gonna get this? Oh yeah.
Oh, he didn't have the bar.
Yeah, he's not gonna get the
use the EX wheel.
But he did regain some HP. That's great. He doesn't have resonance, so that's the only way he can regain HP is from his auto combo and some other combo. Oh my gosh.
Wow, almost a whip punish there on that run up to A. So he sticks his foot out right there and gives him a little stanky leg, and he's able to catch him low directly after hitting that Persona normal. So Razo making the comeback on that Carmine.
That's not what I thought was gonna happen when I saw solo Carmine. I always know the possibility is there, but she's 1v2, especially when you run out your resonance kind of early, is always so hard to deal with. But he was able to do it. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just one of the strongest parts about Carmine. He has such high damage rush down. If he has any bar, he can just freeze you from full screen, stuff like that. This character is incredibly strong. He has the ability to heal himself if he so chooses, right? And anybody knows he's basically just an angsty high school edgelord on the internet. Like, this dude he's getting on your forums. He's talking mess.
If it wasn't obvious from his character art, yeah.
Yeah, so game number 2. That was looking pretty good actually for Yui. Like Yui looked like they had it, honestly.
You gotta just I feel like some players maybe get too comfortable in the 2v1 situation and things like that happen, but I don't think if that happens again, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna be very very cognizant that he's in a 2v1. He can't make any mistakes against Carmine.
making any mistakes against this team is an actual death sentence because they just do too much damage, and that was a big mistake right there. He wanted to be able to get out of the situation, but instead he just got the character out of the game.
And now, yeah, like you said, Yui was looking so clean, and now he's looking even better here. 2 characters this time against 1, and you saw what he can do with 1. So.
Razo is just running the gauntlet right now. He's just keeping it down, holding down everything. He's got a lot of damage off this. He's not going to be able to kill, of course, but hey, you get all that damage plus the life gain back on Carmine. No, the drop!
Did he miss the super? Yeah, he missed the super. That was strange. I feel
just
like
a little bit too late, I guess. Okay, Meteors to try and help Xie out as much as possible. I do like that Razo clearly has a knowledge of Xie, right? Because he ran to the other side of Xie after Meteors, and they don't encompass the full screen, right? You can run out of the way.
The option select coming from the anti-air into the 2A. In case they get counter hit, you still pick up the combo afterward.
Goes ahead and steals some more life. And that's just kind of the Carmine special. Oh, air unblockable. Unable to get the full combo off it, but I do like the choice there. Yeah, Meteors are basically just negated by Hakumen's counter. That's such a smart choice to put Hakumen back in there. And unfortunately for Yui, they just were not ready for all those counters at that moment.
Yeah, the greatest thing about Hakumen is after he counters, you can't punish him for hitting. If he hits the counter, he's good, man. You know, he can just counter it again after he's fully invincible. You gotta respect it. If you see him actually hit the counter.
Yeah, it's especially hard too because like you think, okay, I can at least activate the counter and then run up and maybe do like a meaty or something. But the problem is no matter what, after that counter activates, he will stick his arm out there and he will grab you if you're too close. So you really have to be able to navigate it well enough.
Yeah, I always think that's really funny that he can, he counters something else, but he grabs you instead. And it's like, well, you got me, dude.
Hakumen is a dude who knows exactly what he's looking for, right? He's just like, no. Like, don't you? There's no trickery here. My face is completely blind, yet I can see you.
All right, so we got Razo up 2 games against Yui. What do you think Yui has to do? What adjustments should he make, or should he try to make in this game 3?
Yeah, I feel like that first game was really strong. You know, it's the ability to get Adachi just far enough away at the very beginning of the match to start running the Zeodyne game plan because I mean, hey, Zeodyne is incredibly strong. There's no sugarcoating it. So being able to make that happen and then make Carmine feel a little too antsy on moving around is going to be the strong suit. I also think that if Hakumen is on the screen, I don't know if Xie can exist there. I think maybe Adachi has to be on the screen as well.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, the counter pick characters made the game. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see though. We're just going to have to see what happens as the grab unfortunately whiffs right there. And oh no, another big drop.
We see a lot of drops coming out from both players. Actually, maybe a little bit of tournament nerves. Still got that, you know, even though we're not doing offline events where you can still get a little nervous while doing your combos. Man,
I'd be nervous too if I have a chance to lose $400. I'm trying to get that.
That's true, man. I could definitely use that right now, bro.
All right. So, I mean, a lot of damage here on Xie. He could potentially kill, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, though. He's got to be able to hit this whole thing here. Does he get the full charge this time? No, miss again.
Yep. Timing looks really tight, though. I don't blame him. Bro, that was 11K before he dropped it, so I don't think he's really missing much.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to be missing much right now, especially if he gets the kill on Adachi on this one, which shouldn't be too big a deal. He doesn't even need to spend bar.
Immediate cross combo, yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Lewis is on his meter for that also.
Yeah, okay, Meteor's coming up. Resonance is activated. Oh, he wasn't able to get the counter. I think the timing changed because of the Resonance activation. Yep, so maybe that was the strategy. I don't know.
Carmine in there. No, he has a lot more HP on Carmine. Ooh, the chip damage is kind of crispy, though.
Oh, yeah, he loves that Chef Boyardee, man. He was just tossing those meatballs out. Okay. Oh, no conversion. Finally, the Persona was able to hit for Yui, but unfortunately, they just weren't ready for it and didn't convert off it. They're going to have to eat this full charge Shifu, I think. Okay,
hey, it worked this time. There we go.
Still alive.
He's still alive. No resonance. Not able to recover any HP back. And Things are looking very bad. There it is, the opposite select like I was talking about. We have Razo takes a 3-0 over Yui in a very, very dominant set.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I feel like that kind of exuded all the stuff we were talking about in terms of Razo prior to this. That he, watching this this person's gameplay evolve throughout the years that this game has been out has just been. It's just so clear how strong of a player they can be. The potential is all there. They're showing it off game after game. I think it's real good, man.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, Matt, I feel like, who do you think was the MVP in that match, Carmine or Hageman?
I feel like it was different per game, right? Like Carmine was definitely the MVP in some of them, and then Hakeman would come in and then he was the MVP. It was different regarding which game it was.
I really thought that Carmine was super solid. He had a lot of situations like that. Very hard to move in on, and his mix-up was looking crispy too. You saw him take that first game solo. So I'm gonna give the award to him. I'm sorry.
I honestly think giving Carmine the award of MVP is definitely super strong because, I mean, that character can do it all. Honestly, that character can legitimately just do it all if he really wants to. He's got the lifesteal, he's got the damage, he's got the projectiles that cover up half the screen. He's got, one of the better jumping normals in the entirety of the game. It's easier probably for me to say what his weaknesses are.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And we saw exactly that in the last set. So Razo will move on, and that's like you mentioned, Yui has to turn off his PS4 and throw it in the trash and just leave his family.
I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the rules.
All right, we got 2 more matches in top 8 for you guys. Alex 8721 versus Eon, and Jan versus Marvin Pie.
Okay, yeah. So the next match up should be the Alex 8721 match. And it's going to be versus Eon Crescent, whom we haven't seen yet so far on the stream. But if you're familiar with BB Tag and its community, you probably have heard of them. They're one of the few Blake players left, right? One of the few people who is all in on that Blake, right? They've just, I feel like they've maybe mastered the character kind of deal, right? They're just one of those kinds of people. And so they've had different partner characters for Blake. Everybody's always dabbled in different teams. But I feel like when it comes to tournaments, this person just is all in. You know what I mean?
What happened to the Blake players, man? What a cool character. Bring her back. I want to see
She's
more
technical, man. You have to think hard. And you have to execute. And why do that when I can just hit buttons, get big damage, right?
You got a block too. She got low HP. It's hard, man. It's hard life for Blake player, but she's cool. I mean, that's a pro. One of the pros.
No, absolutely. It's just, whether or not we'll, again, everybody's always has dabbled with different teams, right? Like we've seen Alex 8721 with every team that's just not his main team before. Maybe we'll see Eon Crescent pick like a counter pick or something like that. I don't know.
Bonic, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you looking at
these
these
characters?
Is it time? I think it's time.
We haven't gotten to talk about this character yet.
I think it's time, man.
Man.
I don't want to spoil it, but you guys are going to see in just a second. You might be in for a surprise.
It's so hard not to just say it outright. I just want to say it, but I know I shouldn't. I should just wait, and I should let the crowd get excited the second they see this character.
I'll be honest with you. This character is probably my least explored character. Even though he's so cool, I just don't understand it, bro. My mind is still blown from the reveal back at Evo. I can't.
You're spoiling it. I think. I feel like you're giving too many clues. I don't know.
It's gonna be here in a second. Don't worry, guys.
All right, guys, there he is. It's the tank. We have finally gotten Blitztank on the stream. I gotta talk about this character, dude. We all thought Blitztank was gonna be as bad as he is in his original game, and that ended up not being the case at all. This character actually has so much sauce, it's ridiculous. But gonna be going up against Blake Yumi, so we're gonna see if we get a chance.
This man Alex is crazy, dude. I think he does it for the memes. I don't even think he's trying to win. He's just like, he wants to show up the kanji, get some weird partner. That's it.
I always wonder which character specifically, that like, or why the character is picked for him to complement kanji. But I don't know if we're gonna be seeing Blitztank at this point. I think it's over for this character.
Wow. Blitztank. Maybe we'll see what he does next match, but what's gonna happen this one?
Yeah, we got super excited, and then he got hit with 14k. You know, Blitztank also is another character with 20,000 health, just like Tager and Waldstein. But hey, when you get hit by Yumi, it doesn't matter how much health you have left. It's gone.
Eon doesn't care about memes. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys who just hates memes. All right, he hates Blitztank. He hates all those memes you see on the internet. He just wants to win his $400 to go home.
I'm just here to win. Oh, that's gonna grab. I think no, just barely out of range.
So close,
I feel like that was almost the correct call, but I guess maybe just bad spacing, maybe bad timing. Whatever the case may be, he's gonna take a grip of damage here. No, wait. Okay.
Yeah, doesn't have the meter to finish it though. Lacan's just gonna run out of resonance, and yep, just gets hit by that Yumi AC, and wow. Sorry, Blitztank. I mean, listen, take our word for it at least. He's cool as hell.
well, you know, hold on. We might see him next game. Hold on. There might be a chance, DC.
Listen, I love Alex.
Don't kill my dreams.
I love Alex right up the grid. See it again. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he believes.
All right, it's fine. You can kill my dreams. I understand. Oh no, he readied up.
He readied up. All right. Well, he's giving it the old college try again.
Yo, let's go.
Kanji, Blitztank again. Let's even get a single attack out this time.
So I mean, there's a lot more tank players these days than there were when than we thought we were gonna see, right? And so if for some reason this tank just gets bopped, I feel like we'll still have a chance to be able to see tank, you know, any other time. Maybe not this day, but another day.
Maybe this will inspire somebody at home to play Blitztank. Maybe.
Or maybe it'll inspire somebody to play Blake Yumi as such a strong start. All right, went for the unblockable setup. Very smart. You know, you don't really get to see a lot of Yumis going for that unblockable setup. They drop the combo midair, and then they get to use their Dragon Punch, and this might be a dead Kanji.
Bro, let me tell you, Blitztank is every time he comes in, bro, he's just getting hit by something. All right, this is solo tank. Solo tank, Resonance level 1. I believe. Do you believe?
I have actually fought enough tanks that I know this is definitely possible. The problem is will he be able to do it? Get the knockdown here. One more possibility. If he gets hit by another strong hit, this could easily be done.
Dude, it looks so funny when he's getting hit. I'm sorry.
You can do combos that are only allowed on tank because of how big he is.
Oh wow, that was a game number 2 for sure. That was some BlazBlue.
Eon Crescent is doing it big. I think honestly the reason why Eon Crescent is doing so well is because he picked the best Yumi color. You know, that's the reason why I think Eon Crescent is doing so well.
Yep. So what do you think, man? I'm thinking the Switch is coming.
I think he should probably switch, honestly. I'm sorry, Alex, but I think you should do it. I don't care about my dreams anymore.
Oh man, got a little message for them.
Wait a minute, the double Naruto team.
What is happening? Oh, bro, Alex is. I'm telling you, bro, he's in it for the memes.
Well, this is one of his main characters.
That's true, yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's similar to the other teams, right? Where it's just one of his main characters. But the team has synergy. The team does work. It's not like this is like the worst idea in the world. But I don't think I've seen his Naruto punch at all. Actually, I've seen his Naruto gun. His Naruto gun almost wins tournaments.
So we saw this actually earlier in EU. I forget the name of the player, but yeah, Naruto punch and Naruto gun. They do stuff. Naruto punch, a character you don't see very often, but you were mentioning that he has a lot of crazy stuff that I don't know. What were we saying about him earlier? I forget. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this character, as time has gone on, more people started to play and recognize that, wait, even since before the 2.0 changes, this character was crazy, right? Like, he's got one of the best assists in the games for anti-air. He has got really strong damage output. He's got so many situations that can make things burst safe. There's hardly anything wrong with him, honestly.
And we say, Blake's Toga catching both characters. Kind of keeping her back in there. We see Yumi graciously getting a lot of HP back. Unfortunately, culling her and her getting hit. Oh, air unblockable.
That was a smart setup right there for Neon. Unfortunately, Yumi's going to get kind of hit, and yeah, he wants to save that character as soon as possible, but he also gets Naoto out directly into Naoto. That was a smart choice. We need the Naoto mirror. I think we need that at some point.
I'll pass on that one, but
okay, yeah. Wow, weathered the storm on the cross combo setup, and oh wow, he still gets hit by the blood slide.
Yeah, I mean that's the usual, but you can block, but for how long?
Nobody blocks forever, man. It's just not happening. Yeah, he didn't have the cross combo to save Naoto Gun from that, but I mean, she had enough health to work with. It was okay. Sandwich situation gets the other Naoto out. Very, very smart. That's another strength of Naoto Punch, is the fact that he can just make a cross up happen whenever he wants.
No. Misses that anti-air combo, and now giving Blake another chance to run this one back.
Oh, the assist is going to help out with that, though. He doesn't want to have another chance. Unfortunately, can't kill off it, but I mean, hey, it's looking very scary. If Blake gets one hit, and that's exactly what just happened. Oh, the cross-up! Eon Crescent! There's no life on that bar, DC!
Oh my gosh! I cannot believe that. The DP catching Naoto Gun, and then the mix-up after. Oh, man. Bro, Alex was looking so strong. I was about to say, man, you know, maybe he can run it back 3 games in a row, but Crescent was not having that. He said, "You know what? You wanna meet 2 games in a row with Blitz Tank? I'll show you what's up." That was crazy.
Eon playing their heart out. This character had no health left. I didn't see any health on that life bar, and if you tell me there's any health on that life bar, I think you're lying to me. But still made it work, still made it happen. No matter what, Eon was gonna take this W.
Yeah, that is the definition of Magic Pixel. What did he do to lose that last bit of HP? Oh, man, are you serious? Yeah, and then just taking a little chip damage. He's actually sitting on 1 HP right now. Literally 1 HP.
Just too close for the Blake DP not to miss on Naoto Punch. I feel like if the Blake DP didn't hit Naoto Punch, it was probably going to end up being okay, right? Because he would have got a punish, or, you know, he would have at least had the life to survive that EX cross-up. But that's not what happened, and this shows what happened here on the bracket. Eon Crescent taking it 3-0 versus Alex, whom we assumed would do fairly well, given, you know, the previous placings in many of the tournaments.
Both of my predictions gone down the drain in the blink of an eye, man. Master CJ didn't hit the Master CJ. Alex Nemo with Blix Tank. It just wasn't my day, Abonic. I'm sorry, man.
Hey, you know, we all got those days. It happens. It be like that sometimes. But we do have a poll for you guys that I want to check out the results of so far. I haven't seen it yet. So we got, who will join Eon in the semifinals? Is it going to be Jan in H-Town, or is it going to be Marvin Pie?
Oh, yeah, it's looking pretty close right now. I mean, both play. We saw Jan earlier looking incredibly strong, and Marvin, of course, a local player, a player that you know personally, or I know a lot about, and winning a lot of tournaments that he enters. So, I don't know, man. I'm always for Team 40K. I'm sorry, if it's on screen, they got a fan in me.
So my only problem with this is Marvin Pie's team is maybe a direct counter to Team 40K. That's my big problem with this. Like, I know Jan has the ability, but I don't know how he can deal with the direct counter.
When you play grapplers, you got to be ready to fight your worst matchups, or just don't play grapplers. And the fact that he's still playing means he knows what his counters are, and he knows how to fight against them. So.
I definitely agree. And I mean, we talked about Jan's history through fighting games. It's been, God, was I born when this dude was playing grapplers? I don't even know, honestly. I'm pretty young, so I actually have no idea. But because of that, it's been that many years of just, hey, you know, I got to play the worst matchup in the game. That's just how it is, and I'm gonna run through it, and I'm gonna be able to do it. I promise. And he's proven time and time again in many other games. You know, in Street Fighter when he was playing Zangief and stuff like that. It was Zangief for Sagat. I don't really care.
What is it about grappler players? They never play anything, but you'll never see a guy that says, "Hey, I want to play a grappler in this game," who used to be like a rushdown player. The grappler players are always grappler players for life, man. I don't understand it, but I'm not hating.
It's probably like a contract that you get into, right? Like when you start playing a grappler in any one game, you have to sign the contract. You don't have a choice after that.
That's all you got, man. Yeah, either that or you got to quit fighting games. So it makes sense. I get it.
All right, but for real though, we are getting into game number 1. This is probably going to be a close set. I want to assume, but again, I'm super worried about the fact that Marvin Pye's team is just heavily favored versus these two characters in particular.
Yeah, I mean, I think before Hilda was added to the game, Wald and Taylor had nothing to really fear. But
they definitely did. I can tell you for sure. They had two teams in particular. It was Mitsuru Yuzuriya. That team was a blowout. And then the other one was Naoto Batista. Because Naoto could instantly kill you, and Batista could zone you out, right? So Naoto doesn't care if you have 20,000 health. You just die in any combo.
I meant before like all the DLC characters were added. So I guess vanilla BB tag. They were sitting pretty, man. But now they definitely have something to worry about. But I think Jan has the answer. Let's see.
I mean, he's playing it pretty well. You know, Wildside took a little bit of damage, but his Tager defense is on point, right? I do like that Marvin Pye is not taking huge risks. Got the instant overhead there, but drops the combo. And taking huge risks is kind of the scariest part about fighting Team 40K, because they can take big risks and do way more than you off of that big risk than you can on the other way around.
Must be nice, man, having that Hilda MySpace hitting all over the screen. Meanwhile, Tager and Wald also taking up the rest of the screen. So no matter what, you're probably putting them in block set at the very least.
Yeah, this team is just, this matchup is just so bad. I can't stress it enough. It's kind of a luck of the draw thing. But, you know, as you said, if you play grapplers, if you sign that contract on, you know, when you're first born and you want to pick a grappler character, yeah, this is just what you're locked into, man.
Well, I mean, that's life for Team 40K. Don't get me wrong. It's not over yet, but I think we're going to see a lot of matches like that. A lot of combos, a lot of block stringers that are just full screen, and Jan struggling sometimes.
One particular struggle that we didn't get to see that time, because when Marvin Pye did it, Tager was in. Jan Waldstein, specifically Waldstein, out of any other character in the game, right, does not have the ability to get out of the 9 unblockable. He is the only character in the entire game that cannot get out. He is too big.
I mean, it'd be like that. That's what you get for having a 2B like that. You get a good 2B, and then you're too big. I'm sorry.
If he's able to get the pressure situation going at even round start or just any other time, right? I feel like it's heavily in Jan's favor once he's in his face, because again, Hilda 9 doesn't have the super strong defensive situations. They don't have amazing options in regards to that.
All right, so as predicted, Hilda starting off really with a big combo on Tager. What's the mix up here? How long can you block? Not for long, it seems.
Yeah, you can't block forever, just like you said, DC. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. But Wald coming in to save Tager, got to get some of that health back. And then, of course, in response, you know, switching over to the characters that would, okay, we're just mashing on the switch button and we just want, you know, her to die, I guess. I think that's what's going on.
Listen, man, did it work or did it work?
Oh my god, it worked beautifully right now.
All right, this is the Jan I expected. I'm sure, bro. I'm sure he's played his fair share of Hilda at 9 players, so. Oh, just gets caught low, no counter hit. Oh, again, no counter hit. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to up back, right? He's trying to get that character out. And oh, wow, yo, the Eisenagel to get him out. Oh, no, Hilda is too slow.
Listen, Jan says, I do not fear you. I do not fear you in your full screen normals. You're black on the incoming, and all he needs to do is take out this 9. Residence level 3. That's nothing to scoff at.
Well, at the very least, the 9 can contest this wall time, right? For sure. This 9, if the 9 gets a knockdown, she can get an unblockable on him. But unfortunately, he just got slapped across the screen.
Yeah, because you're watching the classic cut cross combo from Team 40K, and Jan put himself on the board, making the set 1-1.
Yeah, hey, again, if Jan can get in there Marvin Pie's team doesn't have a ton of options to be able to push 40k away outside of system mechanics, right? It's pretty much I push block or I die for Marvin Pie if that character gets in. Again, we talked about how Marvin Pie's team is kind of, you put 10 points in that stat, you're able to keep your characters out, and you never have to worry about any defensive situations. You're good to go. But round start is very hard to get away from Team 40k because of the big limbs of Waldstein, right? Like, he can put you in block stun almost immediately if you're not privy to the situation.
All right, well, we're gonna see what happens here in game number 3. Even though Jan was able to take that game number 2, it is sometimes look like an absolute struggle. So I wonder if it's gonna like wear on him as his matches go on. It's a lot of blocking, a lot of paying attention you got to do to Hilda, especially when Hilda's on screen. So
yeah, I mean, but he doesn't have a choice, right? Like, this is what he signed up for. He's got to be able to make this patient play work out. He's got to be able to pick so many correct options.
Hey, do you think he signed up for it, or do you think it's like an arranged marriage where your dad played grapplers, so then you also have to play grapplers? I don't know, man.
Yeah. The textbooks say Jan's grandpappy made it so that it was his birthright to pick the grappling characters, and so he's just been on it ever since. Yeah. Unless he sully his grandpappy's name.
All right, well, Wald getting kind of thrown around the screen here. Take a burst coming in.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah, that could have been really bad, because while Morvar Aurora is one of the stronger moves, if that thing whiffs and your opponent is right next to you, they can definitely punish you for it. Mirror's coming up, so he doesn't have to deal with the Spark Bolt. That's a really strong option, in my opinion,
Yeah. We saw him come earlier, and Wald was able to kill it with his assist. So that is always an option if you have Wald in the back and take it in the front.
Yeah, that's the unique mechanic available to Wald, actually. It's his unique trait from Under Night and Birth, that his claws actually negate projectiles if they hit him.
Yep.
But it definitely doesn't negate this the amount of life he just lost from that combo. Marvin Pie just switching it up on him, going left and right, not ready.
That dash through Tager while he's magnetizing you. Go even farther, and you get the free sandwich situation with the Hilda assist. And now, I don't know, man. Marvin, until he gets hit by that Spark Bolt. Well, I love Spark Bolt. That's just the great equalizer for Tager, I swear.
He's gonna sledge through the meteors. He's got both characters. This is completely different than a moment ago. He might be able to kill him.
No. Oh, God, like this.
Well, 9 stayed alive, but you made one mistake, and this couldn't be the end here.
I'm telling you, dude. Oh, I respect that.
My heart stopped. Please give me a different move later.
He's got the meter for Spark Bolt. I would definitely try to put the mirror out. The clock is taken down. Ooh, sledge through. Just like that.
Oh, that was so smart from Jan. He basically completely negated one of the worst situations in the game by using the armor on Sledge. And what looks like it was how many minutes of just I'm losing, and then he got in there, and that was it.
Obviously every character, every team in the game can do that, but Team 40k I feel like does it the best because obviously their damage is just so high. So getting Happy Birthday, probably one of the worst things that can happen. On the flip side though, obviously Happy Birthday with Team 40k, there's a lot of grabs involved by Wald, so usually it doesn't last very long. But if you're in the corner, you're taking big damage, man.
Well, we wanted to ask the chat, what do you guys think your least favorite team out of the two is to fight against? Is it going to be the Wald Tigers at the Hilda 9? And it looks like you guys hate Hilda 9 right now with 70% of the vote.
I totally get that, man, because at least Team 40k, it feels like I can keep them out. Maybe I could play a long range normal character and keep them out, but Hilda, you just half the time you're just not having any fun. It's like I know you're gonna full screen attack me. I'll just play the next match, man.
Jan didn't share that mindset because he played that full screen game. He let it rock up until he found the greatest opportunity of his life and was able to run with it.
Well, I gotta do it one more time to move on against Marvin Pie. Marvin was looking really good in that last match until one mistake, so if he can avoid that same mistake, I think he'd be good.
Well, one possible issue right here is now this. Oh, he was able to block both the low and the left-right. Doesn't get hit high either, and now he's got the hit on Hilda. She has no ability to burst, and Jan has a ton of meter. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. This is gross, dude. 9K. Gets to make some afterward. Oh, gets caught high with... Woo! Is that... Yeah, he has meter. Oh, my gosh. Solo 9. What resonance level? Resonance level 2. Full HP, but full HP on both grapplers, too.
Oh, man, got the hit right there. Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't have the Taker Assist available, but I think right now he's sitting pretty strongly.
Marvin Pie's going to need a miracle, man. I'll be honest with you.
Prayer and a Dream coming out right now, hopefully from Marvin Pie. He's going to be able to resonance through the 2B, but he still has to deal with one more mix-up after that. Teleports out, and, I mean, this is a way to start it, but, yeah, I don't know.
Low. I mean, it's cross combo. Only has 3 bars. Is he going to make 4 bars before this? No, he's not.
He's going to take him back to the corner, and that's one of the big strengths of this team, is they can just always do that. Yeah, you want to try and jump out, you can't jump away from me, I'm Waldstein.
The fear was in him, and I know that feeling very well, man. You know, you got one more hit against a grappler in the corner, you're like, maybe I can jump out. I don't want to deal with this. It's hard, man. It's hard, but yeah, Jan taking a 3-1 over the team that is built to beat his team, you know?
Yeah, it's built to beat him when he's full screen, but the second Jan gets in there, it no longer has any tools.
It's hard, man. It's hard. Like you mentioned, very bad defensive options between those two characters, and that's what we saw.
Yeah, look at that replay right there. It was just looking so hard for Marvin in this situation. I don't know, man. Once that Hilda died, that I felt like was signing the death certificate on that one. It was maybe a bit too much. Even though 9 has the ability to take down those characters individually pretty well, she's not well equipped to fight the 2v1 of those two characters. But Jan's going to move on. Marvin Pie, unfortunately, out of here.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be honest. I would much rather have Hilda in that situation. I'd much rather have both characters, honestly. But you know, of the two, I'd probably pick Hilda. In any case, you see Jan moving on in the bracket, and our top 4 has been decided: Duckator versus Razo Sharp, and Eon Crescent versus Jan in H-Town.
So that is our top 4 here for you guys. It's definitely the best of the best of what we got. Absolutely, I do believe. I am still looking personally at Razo Sharp for this tournament, possibly to win. But, has to go up against Duckator, right? Duckator probably feeling himself after being able to take down Rhyolite through every condition possible.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, looking at those two teams, man, 2 teams of gigantic gorillas just pressing buttons, looking for huge damage. Carmine Hawkman versus Hart and who was it? He was playing the back. I forget.
It was Akatsuki
today.
Yeah,
Akatsuki. Yeah.
No, normally it's Lambrus, but we're looking at the Akatsuki, and I mean he's doing work with him. Honestly, the Akatsuki's working out real well.
Yep. I think it's gonna be fun to watch. I think it's gonna be a slobber knocker, though. I think honestly both. It might go back by fast really quickly. So don't blink, don't go anywhere. Just Carmine Hawkman. Jeez, what a team, bro.
Yeah, so we got a new poll for you guys to check out here. So, which one of these semifinal matches do you think is more likely to go to its game 5? Is it going to be Duckator and Razo, or is it going to be Eon versus Jan?
Personally, I choose option C because we've seen nothing but 3-0s and 3-1s today. I think we saw one game 5 in Duckator's match, but for the most part, these matches have been flying by. So I foresee another 3-1 or 3-0. I'll be real.
I mean, I guess it's totally possible. I think I'm like taking a look at my mental bracket, and I think you're totally right on these 3-1s and these 3-0s. It's pretty wonky, but the chat thinks that Eon versus Jan is going to go to the inevitable game 5. Pretty close right now. Again, this is an ongoing poll, so that could change here pretty soon.
Yeah. I mean, Jan, looking the way he's been playing, you guys are kind of wild, man. Team 40K, I mean, you either lose quickly or you win quickly, I feel like, you know. that's not a team that's like, this is gonna be really, really close. It's someone's always getting blasted.
There was that war of attrition though on the game that Jan came back on, which
That's
was
true, yeah.
absolutely wild. My man was down back in. He was holding guard. He walked forward just a little bit. He started guarding again. He was like, "Please don't hit me. Come on, please don't hit me." And he eventually pushed Marvin Pie all the way to the corner and took him out, Hitman style. That was done.
Be like that, man. I'm telling you, these grappler players are wild, bro. I gotta see that contract. I gotta see what they signed up for.
What do they get for this, for signing up for this, other than the grappling? Like, but okay, so the chat poll is looking to still be in Eon versus Jan's favor right now at about 62%. So you guys really think that it's gonna happen that way? You don't think that Razzo versus Duck Hater is gonna go to a game 5?
Hey, whatever you guys say, we'll see, man. I mean, hopefully for all of our stakes, we see a lot of game 5s because I love watching this BB tag. I'll be real.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Hey, I mean, I'm down with it. I don't know if production is down with it, but I'm down to the game 5. And I don't know, the way Razzo plays, it can be really hard to expect much more than a steamroll sometimes. Especially due to the damage output that his team exudes. You know, Carmine obviously already high damage solo, Hakumen high damage solo. You put the two together, and I think 2 + 2 makes 4. But I went to public school, so I'm not entirely sure. But if Carmine and Hakumen are 2 and 2, then yeah, I mean they would do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it looks like we might be doing these 2 matches out of order and out of bracket order, I should say. It looks like we're gonna be doing Eon versus Jan first, and followed by Duck Hater versus Razzo afterwards. So we get to see more Team 40K right now. We'll see if you guys in the chat were right, if it's really going to go to game 5. I don't believe it, man. I'm sorry.
Well, hopefully one of the people in Razzo Sharp's match is not at the store or anything like that. But if we can get the Jan and Eon match, that'd be sick.
Because something about BB tag, man. These players are just they're hard to find sometimes.
They move too fast. BB tag is so fast that they can't sit still. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't blame them. They finish their match. You're like, yeah, I got 10 minutes to go grab something to eat. Nope, sorry, 3 sets are finished by the time. Yeah, right.
It's too much, man. This game is incredibly quick. I guess sometimes it has its fair share of slow matches. That I feel like the Marvin Pie and Jan match was probably the slowest thing we had today, and that's counting EU as well. But I mean, that makes sense for that kind of matchup, right? You had a team with way too much health versus a team that keeps that team out completely, and for them to be able to win, the grappler team, it requires a war of attrition. It's gonna be slow, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
I'm sorry. Do you remember the team that Jan's opponent is playing right now?
Yeah, Eon Crescent plays Blake Yumi.
Oh yeah, Blake Yumi.
Or
right,
Blake character usually. I think originally they were like a Rachel player way back, but it's Blake time right now basically. Well,
I mean, Team 40K versus Blake sitting there with her 14K health.
They buffed it. It's in 2.0. All 14K health characters have 16K now.
Yeah,
we did it.
You're right. Yeah,
we get to survive a single combo now.
They realize, whoa, hold on a sec. Our damage is kind of wild. So, whoops, sorry about that.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna be taking a quick break actually before we start our semifinals matches, guys. But don't go anywhere. We'll have more BB tag action in just a sec.
Gets the overhead in the corner. This is big damage. That's gonna be my god, that's just big damage. Oh, the overhead, that should kill, maybe? The clash, come on.
we are back here at the PlayStation Open Series for BB Tag. We are getting into the nitty gritty with, I believe we are in the top 4 at this point. And it's time to see how we can finish rounding these bracket matches out. We got some of our people back. You know, we went to the store that they were at. We rang them back in. So one dude was at a restaurant. I don't even understand anymore. But yo,
bro,
DC.
my mind is so blown, bro. It's I feel like if I was in a tournament, I'd be chilling on my couch, wait. Especially if $400 was on the line, I wouldn't go anywhere. But I understand people got stuff to do, so it's fine. I won't hate. Anyway, we do indeed have our first semifinals match. So it's gonna be Duck Eater versus Razzo instead of the opposite order like we were doing before. And I think it's just about time to start.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about this just a little bit before we started. This is basically the gorilla matchup, right? Hart, Akatsuki, Carmine. Hakumen is the least gorilla character out of them all, and he's still kind of a gorilla.
Right? And that's weird to say, man. He used to be the gorilla, the guy, big normals, big damage, but he's been.
No, this is BlazBlue cross tag battle. This is not regular BlazBlue no more.
All right, Duck Eater starting with an early combo, trying to drag Carmine to the corner and gets another hit here. Burst, no bait out, no punishment. But oh, that's what I was talking about. Abonic, if he gets his DP on anything and you're in that area, he's grabbing you, man. He's getting those hands.
No, you called it 100%. You cannot get away from that man once he starts what he wants to do. Oh my god, if he had picked up off that, well, I would have lost it. But he could kill Hakumen here if there's no burst, which I believe he's probably trying to wait for right now.
No burst, so maybe he knows it's not gonna kill. Yeah,
I guess so. You know, he did the calculations in his head. The Yukikaze comes out. He tries to DP through it, but you can't do that. You gotta jump. I guess it's it's the heat of battle, right? You're like, oh no, I activated Yukikaze. What do I do? And then it's by the time you figure out what you're supposed to do, it's too late.
That tech forward to avoid the pinwheel. Still gets pushed into it though.
Oh, he got it! No, he did not. Just a little bit too slow.
Yeah, Akatsuki's his fireball recovers very, very quickly, and now the sandwich is so scary. Active switch, and that is the end of Razzo Sharp in game number 1.
That was basically one thing that you talked about earlier, was that you just cannot block forever. He blocked 2 really strong mix-ups, really definitely hard to see ones, right? And then the third one showed up and he was not ready for it.
And man, it's crazy. His Akatsuki was so far, but his kick special, EX special, puts him so close and closes that sandwich, the instant active switch afterward. It just, I mean, I don't know who's gonna block that. Not me.
Oh, we're going back to the old Razzo, the hood Razzo. Okay,
so boy Merkaba is back, bro. I'm sorry. I'm so hyped.
Let it out.
I love my boy Merkaba, but nobody plays him anymore.
So this was the character that Razzo actually took down the best team at CEO Otaku, the one that everybody was waiting for. This was the team right here. He had very recently been playing Carmine instead, but I think right now his game plan is that he needs a way to contest Hart at the top of the screen, and that's exactly it right there. Those noodly arms.
Yep.
We got one squiggly noodle boy and one armored sword guy.
Great character design, man. Look at both these characters got the flowing hair going, bro. I love it.
Okay, well, I mean, for as much damage as he did on Hart, she's going to be able to answer in turn right now, especially with the mix-up. Nice block on the low, but not the second one. Hakumen comes in.
I like that. Oh, behind Hakumen, so it doesn't get from that DP.
He's beating up on Akatsuki right now. He's just like, I know you want to do something, so try it on me.
Oh, too busy looking at the Merkaba fireball to block that overhead. And now we got big damage in the corner. Doesn't have meter for a second super, but 8K is nothing to sneeze at.
Oh! Yeah, that setup is so hard to deal with, because if you try to push block, a lot of the time Merkabas are going to negate it by doing a grab. And then if you even negate that grab, Shifu is right in the back. This is probably going to do it here. I'll just cash out, yeah.
2 empty jumps to an instant overhead. Oh, God, bro. I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy. Razzle Sharp made my day, dude. And that's it. Razzle Sharp evening out the score 1-1 with this hidden pocket Merkava.
Yeah, it's a strong pick. He's been playing it for long enough that I think at this point, he could probably just kind of sit down, not play the character for a few weeks, bring it back, and it would still be warmed up, right? Like he's been playing Merkava since the character probably came out, I think. And Merkava Hakumen back in about patch 1.5 was easily one of the strongest teams in the game, in my opinion. They did end up nerfing Merkava, but they only nerfed a particular play style. You know, they nerfed the one where you're running away and you're never going to get hit kind of deal, right? So now Merkava has to fight you. The problem is he's really good at fighting you.
I mean, it's the problem is, you know, depending on who's fighting against him or who's using him. So it's a problem for the other player, as we saw in that last match. Hopefully Duck Eater has an answer for this Merkava, because dude, I'm so happy. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be unbiased so badly, but you know, I love Merkava.
Well, I mean, hey, it's all good, man. We all have our biases. I definitely got my own, let me tell you. But I do think this was the proper pick versus Duck Eater personally, because the fact that the air control from Merkava is very similar to Heart's. She's got to navigate him like he's navigating her. All right, so hit counter comes out. It's not going to activate, and yeah, I think Duck Eater did that deliberately to have a pause button, see what Razzo's wake-up option was, and defeat it as well as possible.
All right, man. Probably gonna try and get Hakumen out of there, but ooh, the burst, and he doesn't get punished either. That's best case scenario.
Absolutely. He's gonna be able to catch. Oh my god, he picked up off of that? What?
Pick it up with the 2A and take a 6k damage and a quarter carry and another reset after the raw tag. Razzo is back in there, and this Merkava looking like MVP.
Oh, most definitely right now, especially because Hakumen's not going to be able to do anything while he gets his life back. You know, he's stuck in the hospital. Merkava's got to carry the wings right now. Okay.
Bro, Razzo 100% aggression, not even afraid of the DP, just keeps going in.
He's not afraid of anything right now. I feel like he's just pressing everything at all times. Hakumen coming back in. He wants to go for the setup, but no. He takes his DP from him, and then he takes his life.
Bro, the worst part about Heart DP, if it hits your block, you gotta watch that slow uppercut and know you're gonna get punished right afterward. Razzo taking this game number 3 here. Overkill.
With the noodle arms and everything.
Oh gosh, I'm so happy, man. You know, I love you, Duck. I love you, Duck. You're an amazing player, but I love Merkava just a little bit more.
Yeah, this is the team that Razzo really kind of set a name for himself with. So I guess I'm not terribly surprised that it's looking real strong. And when I say it's looking real strong, I mean it. Like, it's looking real good. Yeah, he recently won a tournament with Carmine instead of Merkava, and that was the character where we thought, oh my god, he's unstoppable, and now he's looking unstoppable on the Merkava instead. Like, how do you stop him at all if he can just play at this level with all the characters, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna count out Duck just yet. We've seen what he can do with that Heart, and maybe the chat. I don't know. Maybe that poll was the right poll to ask, because we might see game number 5 here.
We're gonna have to find out. Duck Eater going back to the main character. It's Toaster time. Labrys on the screen.
I haven't seen the Labrys in a while. I'm glad she's back, man. A fun character to watch in this game. She got some changes, and she's much better than she used to be. So let's see. Heart, Labrys, we saw this a lot in August. And let's see if Duck Eater can channel that August Duck Eater to take out this Merkava.
I mean, first of all, he already reacted to the Hakumen assist, so, you know, that's showing awareness at the start. That 4P from Labrys might actually be specifically versus Hakumen type deal, but he's got to get to that point, right? He's got to not get hit by Merkava. He's got to not get hit by Hakumen, and honestly, that's looking pretty difficult right now.
Not going to burst this, going to take all this damage. Oh, 10k?
Full charge.
Oh. Duck, please, get that Labrys out of there somehow. No, he's gonna go in. Wants to looking for an active switch, very likely, because he knows he has to recover that HP back ASAP.
Probably gonna do it right around here.
Yeah,
unfortunately, that didn't hit. So yeah, Labrys is still attackable in that kind of state. When you active switch without a cross combo, that character is not invincible, right? Gonna TP out of the Shifu, put him in the corner.
Oh no, right? Homing attack right into that counter, and now he's in the sandwich. Ooh, Merkaba out.
Yeah, that homing attack basically didn't care about the sandwich. The Zontet comes out, but this is burst safe, and Razzo knows it.
Even if that wasn't burst safe, you could smell that burst from a mile away, and that is the end of Blabberus. Solo Heart, Resonance level 3, and 30% HP. Has a lot of red HP, but it's not gonna matter. And Bonic, it's over. It's over, my dude.
Hakumen doing crazy damage right there. Merkava controlling every avenue of the screen. This is team synergy. This is how you start doing stuff in terms of picking teams in BB Tag. This is this is it right here.
Look at this guy. What a win post, bro. I couldn't ask for more, bro. I'm telling you, as soon as they announced me to Merkava, I knew where my heart was. I could feel it, bro. A chef's kiss, bro. I love it. I love it.
So that's going to move Razzo Sharp over Duckator here in the top 4. So I do believe that's going to put him in the grand finale, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, indeed. Yep, we got Merkava in grand finals, hopefully.
I mean, it's either Merkava or Carmine. We saw both just a bit ago, but you're watching Merkava right now. You're watching the noodly boy. He's a good boy, we promise.
Looking at that last match, bro, I wouldn't switch back to Carmine. That Merkava was looking so crispy. Don't get me wrong, his Carmine was looking really nice earlier too, but geez, I got some recency bias.
Hey, I mean, that's totally fair. I know I'm never gonna shame you for the bias on Merkava. The character's really dope, honestly. But I wonder if maybe he'll do like a matchup switch. You know, maybe depending on who he has to fight, he might go Carmine, and depending on the other person, maybe it's Merkava, right? At the very least, he's got it in the pocket in case it needs to happen.
Yeah, that's scary. That's the scariest kind of opponent. The one where you're like, I don't know who you're gonna play in finals. Like, it could be anything, and I can't be right. You can't be ready for everything, you know. So, yep, there it is. We see Razzo Sharp sitting in grand finals, looking to face either Eon or Jan, whoever wins that match. And well, hopefully Jan shows up to his match.
I mean, I got Jan in the lobby. Actually, we did it, boys. Jan came back just in time.
We're back. Yeah. Bless. Thank you so much. I didn't want to see it happen like that, but you know.
Yeah, could you imagine? Like, he gets all the way to maybe grand finals almost, and then he's just like, "Oh, you know, man, I forgot some toilet paper at the store. My bad."
Bro, I'm telling you, that's what I would do. I'd make it to the top 4, take my $100 and leave. You guys got it. I'll see you. Yeah, let me know when I can collect my check, and I'll.
Please don't encourage this.
I'm not trying to have any additional stress. Okay, I got $100. I'm good.
I know. I totally get you, man. I totally get you. It's nice to be able to get that amount of money from the comfort of your own home. And if you guys are wondering how you can do that, you guys can go to compete.playstation.com if you want to either sign up for one of these types of events. While these are the monthly finals, you guys will be playing in the weekly qualifiers to be able to make it to one of these monthly finals. So if you want one of those checks, you can get one of those checks. But you got to make it through the qualifiers first. And if you make it through qualifiers, you get first place, you actually get $100. You get money even before monthly finals, right? So
that's true. So actually, anybody in 4th place is going home with 200. That's even more reason why I'd be out, bro. See ya.
I hate that I just encouraged you to do it.
Oh man, what a great. Well, hopefully we get our second player soon. We got Jan finally on deck, but now we're looking for, I believe, his opponent.
Eon Crescent, right?
Eon Crescent, yep.
Coming up, yeah. So, I mean, that matchup is interesting because this is Team 40K, and we talked about how their issues with zoning characters can become prevalent, right? And while Yumi is not solely a zoning character, Blake is really strong at it with the B normals. They go almost half the screen away, right? If they hit you at the furthest possible range, they're even better. They do more damage, have more hits done.
Yep.
So it can be probably pretty annoying for Jan to be able to navigate the screen with a Yumi as his backing. And because Yumi is on top or on the screen, she does not care about how much damage you have, or I mean health you have, right? If you have 20k health, if you have 40k health, if you've got 80, she's going to obliterate that life bar given the chance.
That's what she does, man. But I don't know. Again, we saw Jan overcome what I this probably the hardest team that he could have faced, I think, in this bracket today. So If he can do that, I feel like he can do anything.
Yeah, he definitely overcame one of the hardest matchups that he could probably have run into so far. I mean, dude, he barely lived through one match, ended up getting a happy birthday at the end. I'm still reeling from that stuff. Like how do you have the patience? How do you have the wherewithal just to sit down and be like, okay, I'm gonna be nice and patient. My time will come. My time will come.
Because listen, he's been in that situation before. That's why, he's seen it so many times. He's probably been losing a lot of matches, and then the right moment came out of nowhere, and there you go. Well, I don't know what to say. I think it's gonna be a fun set either way. The chat thinks it's gonna be a game 5. Let's see.
Okay. There was actually an update. We have like an admin decision on Jan having been away. Interestingly enough, what was that?
No.
No. So
No.
when Jan showed up, it was actually after he got DQ'd. So he showed up into the lobby, but it was the tournament organizers had already DQ'd him by that point.
BB tag players. You can't live with them. You can't live without them, man.
Well, with that, Eon Crescent is going to be moving on to the finals to fight Razzo Sharp, and that's just how it be. You got to show up to your match on time. We are actually going to quick it to a quick break so we can get some water, get ready for these grand finals here. Please stick around, guys. I am certain that the match is going to be good.
Yep. See you guys.
Gets the overhead in the corner. This is big damage. That's gonna be my god, the run back. Big damage. Oh, the overhead. That should kill, maybe?
Clash, come on.
PlayStation.
we are back here for the PlayStation Open Series. This is the grand finale, DC. We are just going into it. So we are going to have Razzo Sharp versus Eon Crescent here for the finals. Earlier, we saw Razzo Sharp doing it big with Merkava Hakumen after he switched off Carmine Hakumen. I guess it's a big point of contention. Which one of the two characters might he play?
I mean, I can't go wrong with either one, but I'll be honest. I have a little personal preference. I'm sure you already know what it is, so we're not gonna talk about it. But I think he can't go wrong with either team. He was looking very strong with both of them. So I think the real question is, what is Eon's plan going into the grand finals here? A little bit sooner than expected, I should say.
Well, I think that's really dependent. Before we were worried about the possibility of people of Eon running away from his opponents, but now it's not really something you run away from when you have to fight Carmine, right? Like you kind of have to fight that character head on, unless you have the ability to stop his approach. Blake, again, with the normals, is really, really important in terms of trying to stop that stuff. But we want to talk to you guys about some of the scheduled events coming up next for the PlayStation 4 Tournaments Open Series. It's going to be Call of Duty up next. After that, it's going to be MK11 running out. The next month, it's going to be FIFA 20, and then Street Fighter 5 is going to be coming on in here.
Yes, indeed. No matter what you play, you got a game to play here at PS4 Tournaments. A lot. I mean, you got fighting games, you got sports, you got. That's crazy, man. It feels good to be supported when we can't do these offline events. There's always something to do, so just make sure you're looking up your game and see what you can be doing and how you can be practicing.
Yeah.
I think we got a poll.
We actually have a poll on Razzo's team. We talked about that just a second ago, and now the poll is coming up here. All right, guys, what do you think? Is it going to be Carmine and Hakumen, or is it going to be Merkava and Hakumen? Are we going to see the noodly armed good boy? Is it going to be the edgy internet angst teenager?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, I think it could go either way. It's gonna happen. It's gonna, depending on how what happens in the first two matches. If he loses with Merkava and Michael Carmine, if he loses with Carmine, Michael Merkava. So, don't think it's a right or wrong answer here, but I would love to see him start with Merkava. I'll be honest. Great, it was looking so strong last match.
Well, the chat is looking at the Carmine pick as of right now. This is a live poll, so you still got some time to be able to run into that. If anybody else is a true believer like DC, wants to see that Merkava, hit that button immediately, because you guys are getting outweighed right now.
Oh yeah, man, come on! I'm about to go in the chat right now and vote, bro. It's ridiculous. hopefully, Razzo is not looking at the chat. He's
What if it determines what he wants to play? He's looking at the chat. He's like.
I think that's what Alex was doing earlier, bro. His team was decided by the chat. It's got to be.
I mean, hey, that might actually be the case. I don't know, that Blitz Tank stuff going on. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at this bracket that we saw so far. These are the trail of bodies, basically. That's what it is. That's how it be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see Razzo and Eon. This is their path to finals, I should say. Eon beating, he was the one we saw beat Alex earlier, like I mentioned, beating up that Blitz Tank a little bit. But at the end of the day, both these players incredibly strong players to make it this far, and we got a $100 money match pretty much in grand finals.
Yeah, that's right. This is the difference. This will determine the difference between how much money you are about to make. Is it going to be the $400, or is it going to be the $300 paycheck coming out of this? So what character will it be, Razzo? Is it going to be Carmine? Is it going to be Merkava? Let's find out right now. We're getting into the game. It's Carmine.
It's Carmine. Okay, that's fine too. Listen, I'm happy we get to see some good BlazBlue cross-tech battle.
Hey, you never know. Maybe Eon Crescent will take first game and he'll be like, I think I need a Merkava. Then Merkava's looking pretty juicy right now. You never know. Might happen.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, let's see what happens. I got Blake and 9 looking on the other side of the screen. I think that, I don't know, I think this is interesting and not quite as gorilla as Duck's team. So that's I don't know. Is the damage there? Do you think it's there? Keep up with Carmine.
I think the
Hakumen?
9 is here. Versus Carmine Hakumen or as Carmine?
Versus.
Yeah. So I think 9 is here to do the damage, right? Because Blake is already not doing a ton. but Nine helps with that pretty well. The problem being is Nine is on her deathbed right now, trying to get out of that corner. Gotta find a way to get Blake in, right? Lava right roar.
All right, well, Blake is in there. Nine getting that a lot of HP to regain in the back, so that's good.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you just use the reversal action out. Regardless of whether or not Blake went to the left or the right side, that reversal action bodies either option. Oh, got the hit. Yeah, forcing the burst.
That's so weird. I feel like Hogman players get away with that a lot. You know, the push block and then the stinger pretty much to get back in there. Players are just not ready for that fast Hogman option.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not going to have to deal with it for this game as Hawkman has finally gone down. But we've seen this before. We have seen Carmine come all the way back on this.
Trying to save Nine, gets clipped there, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't have any meter for this, but I don't think he's going to need any. And yeah, Eon taking game number 1. Pretty close game, all things considered, though.
Once you got rid of Hakumen, it felt a lot more comfortable, right? Because a lot of the time when your character's incoming, it feels almost insurmountable because they set up the cross combo sandwich and they're going to mix you up left to right. They're going to go high or low. There's a lot of different options they can go to there. So I feel like the second Eon Karasant killed Hakumen, it was probably a little bit too scary for Razzo to keep composure, while Eon was probably sitting pretty like high on the mental state.
Absolutely. But again, like you mentioned, we've seen Carmine do it before, solo dolo. So don't count him out completely if Hakumen dies. But let's see what happens in game number 2 here.
Yeah. So sticking with the 9, not the Yumi. Again, gotta stress that. I feel like, you know, 9 is obviously a very strong pick regardless. I will never tell you to not pick 9. I will always tell you that picking 9 is
Yeah, man, I love those characters. They're just solid. No matter what, if they're on point, if they're in the back, it's just I feel like how S used to be, we saw S everywhere before the most recent patch. Just a good character to always have, you know.
I don't see a lot of S right now, but you do see a lot of damage on screen. 9 just barely survived. No, okay, just going down to the final mix-up on that one.
Yeah,
hit by the jump A.
I feel like Eon getting hit a lot, no counter hit, just kind of getting hit by not like a crazy mix-up or anything. And there's a counter hit on the DP. He's gonna waste all. Yeah, he's not. The mirror doesn't even matter. He's gonna die. Wow.
Yeah. When a DP gets blocked by Carmine, you are assuredly going to take at least 10,000 damage from him alone. And I can't even. I believe that's before he spends the bar, right? So it's it's pretty bad, man.
And it's so funny if you look really closely at Carmine's red HP. It's like 90% of his health bar too. So the comeback is actually there if he were to drop the combo, but I don't think he's going to be doing that in finals. Let's be real.
It's okay. So we are switching over back to the Yumi for Eon Crescent. Maybe feeling like this is a little bit better. Not terribly sure, but it is 1-1. So at least got another game to play with to see how the Yumi's going to work out.
Yep. I mean that's the best you can do when it's single elim. You got to use the set to actually make your adjustments.
See how those adjustments work out. I feel like there's a lot of ability to be solid on the side of Razzo Sharp, so it's gonna be hard to get away from that Carmine. No matter what, I just feel like getting away from that Carmine is just super difficult.
Yeah. I mean, we saw it happen. Both players have proven they have what it takes to win a match here, and I think with the Yumi switch, this might go even better for Eon.
Setting up the sandwich right there. That Blake got bodied by it, but luckily Yumi is there to save. Unfortunately, no one's going to save Yumi.
Unfortunately for her, yeah.
They tried to counter right there, but no dice because the Shifu is just a bit too slow. But still getting the hit right here. Here's the sandwich situation. Okay, Blake comes out, hits the Hakumen, doesn't hit Carmine though.
That's best case scenario.
Trying to get Yumi out there. Oh, that was supposed to be a push block. I'm almost certain that was supposed to be a push block. Yumi is going to go down. Razzo looking poised to take this right here. I don't know if he can kill off this, but he's going to get a grip of life back. He did a good amount of damage, and it's looking bleak for sure.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well. Oh, look at those backdashes. That's a sign of a player who knows I gotta. These are not looking good here. Well, at the very least has resonance level 3. able to get some HP back and some meter too, so that's good, but still has like a kind of a mountain to climb here. I don't really know if Eon has enough of the tank to do this.
Not a ton of health left. It's I mean, got the bar right, but I don't know if there's much else outside of that. Okay, Shifu's coming out, but it's gonna get blocked. No punish.
No punish. Yeah, it's like unfortunate. That's you really can't drop stuff like that. You know, if you want a mount to come back, that's those are the points where like you can actually bring it back. But if you miss punishes like that, I mean, it's not gonna happen.
And so that is going to make Razzo up. Is it 2? 2-1 now?
Yep.
Okay, so Razzo is now up 2-1. The Yuumi has not performed well enough to be able to tell whether or not that was required for the team dynamic. Gonna stick with the Yuumi though on this one. So I feel like it's just a matter of maybe getting warmed up possibly for the Yuumi.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, you know, he only has one more game to figure it out. It has to be this game, or else this tournament is over.
Well, we definitely don't want Eon definitely does not want the tournament to be over right now. Probably wants to take that to a game 5 and be able to finish it off. Here we go, coming into it. A little bit better start as Blake was able to get away, but yeah, big hit right there. And Yumi's gonna take just as much life.
Man, this Carmine combo is classic, bro. I used to think this character was super broken, and you know what? I still do, man.
Hey, yeah, I mean, he's real strong. There's absolutely zero doubt in my mind that this character is strong.
Low, and Ebonic, I don't want to call it early, but things are looking really bad here.
Yeah, definitely looking like a bit dead to rights on this one. Oh my god, yo. Catching him in the air-to-air situation. He should be able to block in time.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to get a punish, though.
Yeah, blocks the toga, no punish, little chip damage, but is it... What can Eon do here? He needs to make every single hit count. Has no meter from that resonance either. Has 50% HP, but oh, quickly fading, and I think this might just be enough. Ebonic, I believe, if he does not drop this, then he has secured himself a victory in the PS4 Tournament's Open Series BB Tag North American September monthly final. Razzo Sharp is your victor.
That's right, Razzo playing throughout the entire tournament, showing the strength. I feel like that's back-to-back tournaments for Razzo, to be honest with you. That was pretty emphatic. I'm not 100% sure how Eon Crescent could have been able to make that work outside of that, but Eon Crescent does get to second place, so they're going to be able to get a good chunk of that change. However, Razzo taking away the majority of it, and I do believe that continues our streak of having new champions for the NA side of BB Tag every month.
Yeah, man, NA just has so much talent. It's really hard, especially in the single limb tournaments, to be consistent enough to win multiple tournaments in a row. Not saying the EU doesn't have that same talent, but geez, I just feel like both regions are so good and so different too. You know, we see very different characters in both regions, but incredible play by all of our competitors today. But Razzo was the one to come out on top.
Yeah, definitely deserve it, right? I can't speak highly enough of Razzo's play in multiple different events. I've been able to watch them grow, but that's just kind of how it is. This is Razzo's path over here to victory. So he defeated Calamity 3-0, Yui 3-0. Duckator was the only one to take a game off him this tournament. It looks like, no, it was Eon Crescent. I forgot. Yeah, he did take one of those games on the switch to Yumi.
Yeah, and I love that Hawkman art in this corner, and really the most consistent part of his team. You know, Carmine sometimes switching out for Merkava, but Carmine always and never the variable, always the standard, always in there. And a great play again, man. Really great BB Tag action all day today. I couldn't have personally asked for more. How about you, man?
Hey, no, I'm definitely pretty happy about this event. There are unfortunate technical issues and stuff like that happen with online events, and that we minimize them as much as possible, so that's really nice. But the level of play was just super strong on both the EU and the NA side. You guys can look at the trail of bodies left behind. Razzo Sharp, as he was able to take it all here for the September monthly final.
Yeah, man, it's scary to see these guys play, and man, I feel like BB Tag has no ceiling of skill. These guys, everybody just continues to get better and better and I just feel like I'm being left in the dust, man. I remember, I remember in my day, these sandwiches were like this, bro. This is crazy.
Back in my day, we didn't have to deal with all this cross combo and these active
Yeah,
switches.
bro, this is ridiculous. I don't know how anybody blocks anything. I'm gonna be real with you, bro, because
Well,
my hands can't do that anymore. But
yeah, well, I mean, you won't have to block nothing no more, as this is going to be the end of our event today. Thank you guys so much for watching both the EU side and the NA side, and thank you so much, DC, for joining me here. But we are going to have to wrap it up and finish off. So I hope you guys loved everything that you watched, because I know I did. But we will more than likely see you again, or at least I hope so. Anyway,
sure,
guys,
yep.
thank you so much for being around.
See you guys.